Cool. All right, let's get going. First up, I guess there's people that have never done this before, so we can just go around and like everyone say hello. Um, just to
All at the same
just sort
time?
of- yeah, at the same time.
Hi.
Oh,
Hello.
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 Anyway, yeah, there's. I'll just say your name and you say hi. Buzzle,
Hello.
Carl,
Hello.
Chase,
Hello.
CRISPR,
Hello.
Evan,
Hello.
Joe.
Present.
Oh God, Matt,
Hello.
Quantum. All right. Quantum fell in a well. All right.
He's a mute.
Nice. And then Ron.
Hello.
Okay. We're confusing everyone now. Okay, Tenzin.
This is actually Matt Martin. I'd like to first thank my wife for letting me be here today.
Oh my God.
That is all.
What's your dog's name, Tenzin? Or Matt?
No,
Rory.
I don't even care about my dog.
He's a brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna do just 4 small individual categories, and then we're gonna do the actual game of the year category. And worth noting, this is just based on our general consensus of what each what game of the year is. There's a lot of games that were good that none of us played that we removed before we did this, but just an FYI. So yeah, I guess for the first category, that's best old game. Essentially, what you're gonna want to say is a game that you played for the first time in 2021 that didn't release this year that you really enjoyed. So I guess we'll go alphabetical for the first one. So Buzzle, you want to go first?
What was the best game not from this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, Sekiro.
Ooh, I forgot about Sekiro.
Oh.
Yeah, I played that. Probably one of the best games I've ever played. So
Hell yeah. Dude, imagine Sekiro except open world like Breath of the Wild, and that's what Elden Ring's gonna be.
hell yeah.
Now get hyped for Elden Ring.
You 100% it?
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Oh,
That's
man.
insane, dude.
Evan did. He has literally all
Yeah.
the achievements like a psychopath.
Did I do that in 2020 or 2021? I can't remember.
I don't remember either. Also never died. He also saved me from the book. Yikes.
I love those games.
Yeah, Evan has all the achievements in all of them, like a crazy person.
Damn.
It's nuts.
It's the only games I've ever played.
True, except for League. All right, Carl, how about you?
Spiritfarer. One of the games that we
Ooh.
talked about last year. That
Yeah.
was freaking awesome, boys.
I'm glad you
Very
enjoyed
good
that.
choice.
Yeah, I really enjoyed Spiritfarer. I actually bought that again because they've been releasing updates for it. So I have it on Steam now because it was on Game Pass before that I played it. All right, Chase.
Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Okay.
Love it.
I
Love that
actually
pick.
really enjoyed. I think the Let's Go games are better than Sword and Shield, personally.
Oh,
I haven't
that's
played
not
Sword
even a
and Shield, but
question.
I really liked the Let's Go one. It
Yeah.
was
I was excited for the new ones, especially after playing Let's Go Eevee, but then I literally didn't even buy the new ones because, well, let's be real, I played Let's Go Pikachu because it's a better version, but
Oh, wow.
Toxic.
I mean, I don't know about the new ones you're talking about, but I will talk about the Diamond and Pearl remakes later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if that they'll make the list, but we'll talk about them. But yeah, Sword and Shield was nothing compared to Eevee, so
Mhm.
yeah,
I love that pick.
that's why I didn't pick them up.
Fantastic pick.
All right, CRISPR. I know it's one of 2 games, so which one is it?
Wow, with almost 450 hours, I gotta say Animal Crossing.
Ooh, it was not the games I
It was
thought.
not one of the 2 games.
Yeah.
And, was it Mario?
Curveball.
Yeah, it was Mario and Isaac, yeah. No, Animal Crossing's a better choice.
Yeah, that actually is a better
I
choice.
really wish I played it like when it came out to play with you guys.
Mhm. I'm sure we'll have a surgeons where we get back into it for about a week and then never play it again after at some point. We
A la
usually do.
Minecraft.
Play it daily.
All right, Evan.
It's pretty much the only game I played all year, and it's Factorio.
Oh,
Nice.
I still haven't played that.
that's basically like a 2D version of Satisfactory, I think, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, and actually, when I picked it up, I asked my buddy because he played both, and he was like, "Well, it's like Satisfactory will probably be better in the long run, but it's just Factorio is more fleshed out, and like I don't know, if you value your time, you better not play it."
Hmm.
That's all I'll say, because you just get so sucked into automating everything, and it's so good. It's like the dumbest premise ever for a game, but for some reason you can't put it down.
You've dived really hard into that too. one
Yeah,
time?
Beef was really into Factorio.
Yeah.
Or was.
Like,
Wasn't Matt too? I don't remember.
Like the entire premise of the game is basically to not have to play the game anymore.
Yeah.
So it's really weird.
Just to automate
know.
everything.
No, Ron, I have never played Factorio.
Okay. I always mixed up before I played RimWorld. I think I always mixed up RimWorld and Factorio. Anyway,
That's fair.
Joe.
All right. Well, my speech was pretty long. Binding of Isaac, Binding of Isaac, Binding of Isaac, Binding of Isaac.
It's pretty
Is
good.
that going to be your most anticipated for 2022 as well, or
It might just be every single category.
Game of the Year 2021 Binding of Isaac?
Fucking good game, man.
Isn't it Repentance, not Rebirth? But I know what you mean.
Rebirth is
DLC.
like the remake. That's what all of it is. Repentance is the new DLC.
Yeah.
I see.
There's also
I see.
Afterbirth, which is another DLC.
Yeah.
They really like birthing in
DLC Placentia.
Like birthing. What a weird thing to say.
That is a
I mean,
strange
what
phrase.
else? Oh, thank you. Anonymous.
One beer.
You guys are hilarious. Sorry, can I go? Is
Yeah,
that
go
what I'm-
right
yeah.
ahead.
I would. I don't know if I played a ton of games, but I think the one I can remember is Ghost of Tsushima.
Ooh.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
Is it Ghost?
To be fair, I have not beaten, but I really enjoy it.
It's quite a long game, to be honest.
I don't
So
think Quantum beat it either. What? 2 phones? Is it supposed to be like two phones, one map? I don't know.
We don't understand. I don't know what's
I
happening.
don't know what people are doing. All right, Quantum.
all right, with over 450 hours in it, definitely Glover. Is it really is it game of the year if I don't say that once, right? Okay, Super Mario 64. Played
Hell
it
yeah.
a little bit when I was younger, mainly watched my sister play it, but speedrunning has been consuming my life.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Gotta get that sub 20, dude.
Almost there.
You know what
Okay,
help
I'll
is
call
if-
you out, Ron. I'll call you out. Hold on. And Ron, it's your turn.
Thank you.
Hold for applause.
I had to make sure I actually had my list open because I
When
wrote
he's
it
not
down.
prepared.
Yeah. So I wrote down 2 games, and I don't know which one I would pick, but
That's cheating.
it's either Code Vein or
Pick one.
Sunblaze, and I think I'm gonna lean towards Sunblaze, just because it was a lot more fun than I expected it to be. It looked like a Celeste ripoff.
I was gonna say,
Okay.
if you pick Code Vein over
Oh, yeah,
Dark
yeah.
Souls 3 run, dude, holy crap, I'd come over there.
I have played Dark Souls 3 before last year, though.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, it had to be the first time you played it was this year?
Yeah, that was the idea.
Yep. Oh, no, mine still applies. I just didn't realize that.
For sure. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Sunblaze.
I forgot about that game. I watched you play it.
Yeah, I streamed most of it, and then I just finished it off stream because I got tired of streaming. Just fuck streaming.
And finally, Matt.
Hello, this is Matt. Thank you, honey. Caitlin, I love you so much. Let's see. I think
Jesus.
my best old game would either be. So I'm in contention between a couple of different games that I've recently played, but I haven't actually, or that wasn't actually out this year. So I think the ones that I have in mind right now is Satisfactory, Risk of Rain 2, which I recently played, and then what was the other one? I think those 2 are the biggest one. Oh, For the King. I think out of those 3, the one that I enjoyed the most was probably For the King.
I don't even know what the hell that is.
It's like a dungeon crawl, like turn-based game, basically kind of similar to like Final Fantasy.
Okay.
It looked pretty cool.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was that one of the free ones from Epic?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like it sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember why.
It's also very difficult, so
Is it?
at least when I played, I don't know, maybe Tencent's better at it.
I'm just
No,
a
it's
god
kinda-
gamer.
It was like a dungeon crawl where just the dungeon never ended, or I never got to the end. I don't know. But no, it was a really fun game, and it's a 3-person game. You kind of have to play with friends, so I didn't get to play too much because I was waiting for people. But like the 10-15 hours that I committed to that game, yeah, it was just thoroughly enjoyable.
Nice. Cool. That wraps up best old game. I think I didn't miss anybody, right?
All right, who wins?
we don't pick a winner for this one.
Wow.
Quite a diversity there, actually.
Yeah, quite a variety of different types of games. Cool. So we'll move on to most anticipated 2022. So a game that comes out, at least it's supposed to come out next year, that you're looking forward to the most.
Cyberpunk.
And we'll go in reverse order this time. So Tenzin, you want to go first?
Most anticipated. Okay. I think as you guys know, one of the games I've been really into this year was New World. I have like 700 hours in it now.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Wait, you
but-
played New World?
Yeah, I did.
Wait, can you give a quick shout out to who gave you your first weapons, maybe?
Oh my god. Was it? Oh, CRISPR. It was CRISPR.
It was CRISPR,
Thank you.
yeah.
100% CRISPR.
But
Honestly.
remember when I ran over and gave you food?
Yeah. Thank you,
And
CRISPR.
potions? Oh,
Honestly,
I
yeah.
love
Yikes.
playing the new world.
Yeah, I think CRISPR really just guided me into that game. Held my hand and just took
you the
me to the
rope.
champion I am today. But this is all leading up to my inevitable answer of Elden Ring. Basically, it's another MMORPG that's coming out. So I'm excited to see where that game leads, and it has like the same kind of feel, except it's gonna be more. Was it?
I think you might have said the wrong game.
Dark
'Cause
Souls.
Elden Ring is not an MMO.
Isn't it? I'm pretty.
No.
Pretty sure it's an RPG.
It's an RPG. It's just not an
Open
MMO.
world.
Oh man, I'm
Are you
kind of
think-
sad if it is.
Are you trying? I thought you were gonna say the other Amazon Studios MMO.
Thought. Oh, isn't
Oh,
the Elden Ring is the Dark Souls one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but Amazon is releasing that.
Lost Ark. That's what it is. Yeah.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing those two up then. I guess.
That's what I was.
Lost
Uh,
Ark is what you're thinking of.
Mhm. Let's go with that one then. I guess. I think the premise generally is that I want to see more MMO.
hmm
hmm
Yeah. Elden Ring will have multiplayer components, but it'll be just like the Dark Souls games, where you can like just summon people to help you with bosses and stuff.
Oh, I see. So there's no actual. Okay.
Yeah. Well, mine's was actually kind of tough because I have 3 games that hopefully will come out next year that I'm looking the most forward to, which are Breath of the Wild, Silksong, and Elden Ring. And I'm gonna go with Elden Ring because I don't have faith that Silksong exists anymore. My hype has slowly died for that game. I'm still looking for if it gets a release date, I'll get hyped again. But it's gotten to the point where I kind of stopped caring. And Breath of the Wild 2 is going to be really good, but Elden Ring looks like Breath of the Wild 2, but Dark Souls, which sounds even better. So yeah, Quantum.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you brought up Silk Song. It probably would have made my short list here, but it doesn't exist. You're right. So we're gonna go with God of War Ragnarok, assuming it does keep its release date of 2022. There are tons of other games though if it doesn't. So either way, I'll be satisfied.
Forgot about that. Potentially releasing next year.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
Oh, is that the Fat Thor game?
Yeah, it's Fat Thor game. Yeah,
Nice.
Jesus.
I'm mostly interested in it because of my 200+ hours in New World. It's kind of similar, you know.
Yeah,
Basically
it all leads back to New World.
Yeah.
It's all from New World. New World is basically the game that
Best game of the year.
it mothered everything, fathered everything.
Grandmother even.
Yeah.
All right, Matt.
All right. I just want to point out that there is no possible way to actually pick one game because there's a million.
It's tough next year. Yeah.
It's actually insane. I'm gonna pick this because I don't think anybody else is gonna pick it. I'll pick Hogwarts Legacy.
Youth would have picked it.
Youth would have
Youth
probably
was here
picked
right
it.
now, he would have picked that.
That's true. There's other games that I'm maybe slightly more excited for, but I think if Hogwarts Legacy is actually a good Harry Potter game, like if it blows expectations of just being an average Harry Potter game, I think it could be really good. So
That's fair.
Nice. Joseph.
I mean, mine is no surprise. Anyone sure as well.
Yep.
But Elden Ring,
wait,
easy peasy.
That's not how you spell Binding of Isaac, actually. I'm a little confused.
I mean, I'm going to be playing a lot in 2020.
What if they made a binding of Elden Ring, dude?
That would be interesting.
I can only coom so much.
All right, Evan.
I'm gonna have to go with Elder Scrolls 6.
Mm.
Oh, just kidding. That ain't
Nice.
coming out ever. is it? No, you guys are all talking about all these games coming out. I didn't even know other games are coming out because all I care about is Elden Ring. There's no other game I'm gonna play next year if Elden Ring comes out.
Not even Breath of the Wild 2?
Hell no. I haven't played the first one.
Oh, true.
Just kidding. I did play it. I almost beat it, and then you're like, hey, let's play Deep Rock Galactic, and I never touched it again. So. But I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to a new Breath of the Wild by any means, but there's no way it'll, satiate me like an Elden Ring might.
Yeah.
I have certain needs, and
Only that game can fill them.
FromSoft just hits all those needs every time. So
CRISPR.
Dying Light 2. And I hope other people get it as well. 'Cause it would be
that's
fun.
like the most anticipated game on Steam, actually, isn't it?
Yeah, it comes out like next month.
I think so.
I didn't know people liked that game so much.
Wait, what game?
Dying
Dying
2.
Light.
Oh, Dying Light, yeah.
Dude, parkour is so much fun.
I've heard it's fun. I just don't like the
It's
zombie
very
aspect.
scary at night, and
Yeah.
the new one looks terrifying.
Fun.
All right, Chase.
Oh, I'm surprised this one hasn't been talked about at all. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands.
True.
It'll be fun. It's one of those games that I just know is coming out that I'll
Yeah.
probably enjoy, but I'm not like dying for.
I loved that. That was probably my favorite DLC. Was the Dragon Keep.
Oh yeah, that is the
on
best DLC.
Borderlands. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
That's the best
excited.
Borderlands experience.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is.
My
So I'm
opinion.
excited about Wonderlands. It should be fun.
The pre-sequel was pretty good.
Shut up, Quan.
Okay, cool.
Carl.
Lost Ark. I
Ooh.
want it to be good.
Yeah, but it's run by
I'm-
Amazon, so I'm sure they'll run it somehow.
It'll be good. You just need to get a new graphics card.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Like it was between that and Horizon was supposed to be out this year, right?
Horizon comes out next month.
Next month,
It's
yeah.
coming out
So
soon.
Yep.
it was between those two, but I'm really looking forward to Lost Ark from the MMO side of things.
Mm-hmm. Cool. And Buzzle.
For me, supposedly maybe Dead Space will come out the end of this year, but if not that, then the Callisto Protocol, which is pretty much supposed to be the spiritual successor to Dead Space. So
Be cool. That'd be really cool.
I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm writing Dead Space. Or how to spell that. Cool. Well, that's
I
an
want to
exciting.
mention that I hope that the Cuphead DLC comes out.
It has a release date now. It's June.
I know, but
Yeah, it is. It is Microsoft.
He doesn't.
Would have said Atomic Heart for mine, but I think it's going to be the next Cyberpunk where it never comes out and it's just always in
Probably
development.
true. Yeah.
Would you say
What it-
Atomic Heart?
Atomic
Atomic
Heart.
Heart.
Oh yeah.
It's that like crazy
It's
looking
really weird, right?
sci-fi horror
Yeah.
Fallout. Yeah,
I thought that game looked interesting.
it
I
looks
thought you
so
were talking
cool.
about
but
Atomic
did-
Drops.
When does Choo Choo Charlie come out?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's a little amazing how many games that we don't have on this. Like, I mean, Starfield,
Tunic.
Horizon.
Party
Um,
Animals.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's an Avatar
Yeah.
game coming out this year, which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
had no. Diablo 4.
No, that's
Well,
not coming out. There's no way.
There's
Baldur's
no way
Gate
Diablo's
3?
out next year.
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3.
That's not coming out next year.
Overwatch
either.
2.
Overwatch.
I mean,
Mario.
it's
Oh my
scheduled to
God.
come
It's
out
close
in
to Overwatch
2022. I mean, we know some of these games probably aren't going to come out. Like Hogwarts Legacy, what I picked, probably is not coming out in 2022, but it's scheduled to.
Starfield, I would be more
Overwatch 2.
hyped for with anything.
If we had any information.
Yeah,
I refuse to get hyped for Starfield because I'm only going to get let down.
exactly.
Bayonetta 3.
Yeah. Actually,
Like, there's
almost
a ton
wrote
of good
Bayonetta 3 down.
games.
I'd care more if Elden Ring wasn't coming out next year.
I mean, that's fair. Also, no Zelda on this list.
I was
Like, they're-
tempted, but
I was really close to writing Zelda, but
All I'm trying to say is there's just so many good games coming out in
Isn't there Lego Star
2022.
Wars coming out?
Lego Star Wars potentially. Splatoon 3. There's even more games. Man.
Mario
The list just goes
Rabbids.
on.
Yeah, the list literally goes on and on and on. It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We'll see what
Anyways.
actually happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
all right. So we'll move on. We'll do this in regular order again. So, most regret purchasing. Game you bought in 2021 that you regret buying. Doesn't have to have come out this year. Just a game that you bought this year that you wish you hadn't. So, Buzzle, anything?
We played it very early on, Ron. Splunky.
Oh, Spelunky 2, yeah. Yeah, we played it like one day. And it was
trash.
really, really fucking hard, and so we just got frustrated and never played it again. I don't know if it's trash, it's just too hard.
What was hard about it?
Like, the platforming feels really
The
weird.
movement is fucking
The movement's
weird, too.
insane. It's like you're on butter all the time, like slipping and sliding everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a good game. It's just too hard for me. Anyway, Carl.
New World. I just couldn't get into that game. If you want to argue about it, I can argue for about 4 hours on this.
We'll
It just
get to
wasn't-
that in game of the year.
All right.
yeah.
Can you hold on? Do you have 4 hours in the game? Like, can you
I'm
argue
pretty sure
longer
he
about how
has-
bad it is?
I looked at your profile the other day. I think he has like 50 hours, don't you?
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's not in. It's
Jesus.
not as much as. It's not as probably as much as Tenzin if he plays it that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did try to get into it. And just couldn't do it.
Fair enough. All right, Chase.
So mine was Days Gone.
Did you play it?
I played like the first probably hour and a half. I just couldn't really get into it.
Yeah.
It looked fun from like the previews and stuff, and I kind of wish if I would have got it, I wish I would have got it on a sale. I think.
Yeah.
I think I bought it at full
I
price
remember
even.
that game.
I heard the zombie like fight stuff is really cool, but like the story and like the general game itself is kind of really cringe.
Yeah, it feels like really like cringy Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah. It's like based around a guy riding a motorcycle around, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems like it could be fun if I get farther into it, but I just hadn't.
Are you wearing your leather chaps when you play, or
That must be it. I gotta.
It's all
get my
about
leather
immersion.
chaps on. Gotta get handlebar controller.
Joe, that's interesting.
Yeah, I just thought it'd be cool to see.
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very interesting. I like that.
I'm curious to see or to hear what your what intrigued you about it to pick it up to begin with, I guess. Since you regret it now. Because that was a game I was just kind of was like, I don't think I'll ever consider playing it, right?
Yeah. I mean, we can get into it in the game of the year discussion, but for the most part, I mean, I think Carl likes him on those. Or yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm thinking of fucking New World again.
Oh, I was
Days
correct.
Gone though. Yeah.
Yeah, because that didn't come out this year, did it?
No, it came out on Steam, I think, this year.
Yeah, it was released on Steam this
Oh,
year.
okay.
I picked it up.
Yeah, that was the only reason why I asked. I didn't think it would be a game of the year contender, so
Yeah. All right, CRISPR.
Well, I bought like 3 games, so
Nice.
it was really hard. But if I absolutely have to choose one, it was probably just MLB The Show. I still like it though, but if I have to choose,
Matt's coming after you.
it's probably the worst one. But I liked it.
I'm coming
I
after
haven't played an
him.
MLB game in a while, and that was fun.
I can admit that all of the hours I spent playing MLB The Show was basically a waste of time, but it was still fun, so
I mean,
that's good.
all games are a waste of time.
That's true, yeah.
Still better
I
than
didn't get
FIFA,
much out
right?
of it, I guess.
This has become a very philosophical podcast.
Games are fucking dumb, guys. Let's just
Yeah,
start.
why are we
let's
even
start
here?
reading more.
Let's do it.
Ooh.
Let's play I Spy.
I heard there's these books called The Witcher that are pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Jesus.
I Spy is a video game too, so
Oh, true.
Hey, don't hate on I Spy, okay?
An ARG.
All right, Evan. Anything?
I similarly had a really hard time with this, and I'm probably just gonna cheat a little because I bought this at the end of December of 2020, but it was definitely Cyberpunk.
Mm.
I consider
that
that close
featured.
enough to be. I mean, I bought like 3 games this year, and that was one of them. So I mean, the other
Yeah.
2 I didn't regret at all. It's just I mean, I still haven't touched Cyberpunk since I played it like 3 hours. I'm sure it's a little better now, but you know,
I was enjoying it, but I just decided to wait until it got better to play it again.
I could have done my
still
regular
waiting?
strategy to wait until it's $5 with this game, and then maybe I would have, you know.
True.
Just wait till they start giving away for free, like they do with First Witcher.
So I was thinking I was gonna put Control on that list because while I didn't mind Control, I really got bored of it. But that was a 2019 game, so
Mm.
didn't count.
Well, did you buy Control this year?
No, I just can't remember what year it is because all the COVID stuff made us everything since 2019 feel the same.
True.
Yeah, true.
Like I remember picking it up on like release actually, and I
Oh.
was like, when was that? Was that this year? Holy crap! It was 3 years ago. Never mind.
What year is it?
All right, Joe.
So I had a lot of deliberations about this. It's probably Cookie Clicker. No, I'm kidding. Because I am one of the smallest brain people in the world, it's gonna be Baba Is You.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can get maybe 10 levels in, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
my brain
no.
stops working.
No,
And it's as simple as
You're
push
totally
something, push something into something else, find the rock that you need to get out. I can't figure it out.
No, it's way hard. Like, there's no way people can play that without a guide on some of those later levels.
Yeah, it's unreal. Yeah, that's mine. Simple.
Yeah. All right, Matt.
I'm kind of like a few other people where like I just didn't buy a ton of games this year. At least games that I like regret buying. There's games that I probably should play more, but whatever. I would say Humankind though. It just I knew so my thing with Humankind was like I don't really love Civ, and I thought I'd maybe like Humankind because it was like Civ but different, and it's basically just Civ. So
Beef just screamed somewhere.
I'm sure he did, and that's fine. He can scream somewhere. It's just like if I'm looking for a strategy game like that, I more want like an RTS or like a EU4 type real time strategy type thing. But
Sure. Yeah.
You don't like
Meanwhile,
Civ?
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say you don't like regular Civ then.
no, I've tried getting into Civ and it hasn't ever grabbed me. And I don't know why I thought Humankind would be different. But
Yeah. Meanwhile, I discovered I actually really like Civ this year.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you not like about Civ?
I don't know, it's not my type. Like I said, I think I just prefer like RTS or like Europa more than the turn based.
Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
fair.
I actually wish I played more Humankind. I got it on Game Pass, so I just haven't been obligated to actually boot it up.
Yeah.
But I actually felt that it was different enough from Civ that I had a hard time just getting into it, and that's kind of the reason why I haven't played it.
Yeah.
But I really like Civ, so could be biased.
All right, Quantum.
Yeah, so I was on a kind of a Metroidvania hype this year, and I picked up Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Nights. So it's gonna be Ender Lilies because it was kind of garbage. Ron, you tried to tell me not to get it, because it reminded us of what game? For the movement.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it.
I can't
Oh,
either.
Bloodstained.
Bloodstain, yeah. So like I'm learning
Which
that
I-
there are different subgenres of
Yeah,
Metroidvanias.
I enjoyed Bloodstained, but it just wasn't Hollow Knight. Is the only thing.
Right. It's so hard to play games after Hollow Knight.
Yeah.
It's
Wasn't
unfortunate.
Castlevania?
Yeah, it's more like Castlevania, but you're right. 100%.
And fun fact, quietus means death or like something that causes death. I just looked that up because I still had no idea what that meant.
It's Quietus of the
Sure.
Nightus, right?
No, just knights.
Nice.
But I like Nidus anyway. Keep it.
I don't know why I always thought it was
Right.
Quietus of the Nightus.
Sounds like a disease. I
It
like
does.
This is the first time I've seen it. It's really nice.
It's got a really nice
It's
art
really
style.
pretty, and the soundtrack is gorgeous. But gameplay was just tough, man.
I'll play it at some point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Quantum, you have Quietus of the Natus.
Oh no! Tell my children I love them.
You have kids?
Surprise!
Ones that he doesn't know about.
Alright. So mine, so it would have been Battlefield 2042, but I did refund it like immediately, so because it was awful. And a game that I didn't refund that I kept that was awful was Mario Golf Super Rush.
You were
Okay.
I'm
so
glad I didn't.
excited for that game, Ron.
I was really
Dude,
disappointed.
I was excited for that game until like it kind of came out and people were like, no, this kind of sucks. And then Ron was like, yeah, this kind of sucks. And I'm like, okay, I won't buy it then.
Like they just removed manual mode, which is awful.
I was so close to picking that game up.
Like I
Yeah, I
loved
was too.
the GameCube game was one of my favorite GameCube games when it came out.
Yep.
And like the ability to actually manually shoot, like and do spin and stuff like that is gone, which is just awful. So it's just really boring. That's all.
Trend with the Switch seems to be take games that you love just style, then ruin them.
I just don't improve on them in any way. Just make them worse. Yeah.
Like Mario Tennis, Mario Party. I mean, there isn't even a Mario Kart, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it's
I
just
get
a
it.
port.
I was just gonna say, I think that's just kind of Nintendo at this point. It's
I
not
was
the
gonna say
Switch. Like
because they did it on Wii U as well. Like they made a
Wii U was the same way.
Mario
They haven't
Tennis
had an
on it.
original idea for a long time of like
Mm-hmm.
how to make a good game.
And that's why I'm actually super reserved about Breath of the Wild too, because it's the same map, which I get is huge, but yeah. Anyways,
See, for me, it's Breath of the Wild is at least like a good enough game either way that I don't really
Right.
care if they.
I'm just
change much.
worried they're gonna Nintendo it, where they just basically give you the same game, and they're like, "Here's $60 for us."
They usually only really they usually only really do that with their like sports games and stuff that is just repeated every year.
Sure.
Not their mainline games, but
I mean, it's always smart to be reserved nowadays.
no, I 100% agree in terms
Oh,
of.
I mean, yeah,
Nintendo.
their mainline games though have been pretty good. Like if you could consider Mario and Zelda both.
Like Odyssey and Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, have been good on the Switch. So
And don't get me wrong, I hope Breath of the Wild 2
I-
is the best game of the series. Even it's
Mhm.
just I have
yeah,
my doubts.
no, that's fair. Yeah.
All right, Tenzin, wrap us up.
Okay. As far as my biggest regret of the year, and not necessarily because this is a bad game, but I think I'm in the same boat as who was it that said it? Evan, actually. So I'm gonna pick Cyberpunk 2077. Not necessarily because it's been that it was a bad game, but just I think there was so much hype and expectation from CD Projekt Red, and I think we all kind of loved with the Witcher 3 series. To the point where we were expecting something phenomenal, and it just didn't live up to the hype. Maybe
Yeah,
kind of
it
questioned
was
the game
just
studio.
all right.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Oh, you go.
Oh yeah, but my point again is the fact that it's not necessarily that it's a bad game. It's just that it's the regret that kind of comes into expecting something so much from a studio that's done
Amazing
really
things.
phenomenal work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, let's just say that it came out in 2020, but it was in December, so I only had like a couple weeks to regret it. I had all of 2021 to regret it, and I definitely did.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
All right, that's it for that. And then we get one more individual category, which is most regret not playing. So a game that came out this year that you wish you had played and you didn't have time for or didn't get to.
Okay.
So we'll go reverse order again this time. So Tenzin.
I've heard so many great things about It Takes Two, I think it was.
Yo.
Really good.
I haven't played it, or like I literally just found out about it just like a few weeks ago. And like I think I've mentioned like I've heard people talk about it, but I've never actually looked it up. And I think it won like best game of the year or something.
It did
Um,
from the Game Awards, yeah.
yeah, so like it's something that I didn't even know what even existed until
Mhm.
just recently. So it's something that I definitely have planned as far as like picking up and just playing.
Yeah. You have to play it in
Yeah.
co-op, FYI. So
I see. So I need friends.
I mean,
Damn.
if you need someone to play with, feel free to hit me
And
up.
Tenzin
Or
pick, or Matt pick Tenzin.
Yeah, I was
Or
gonna say,
Tenzin
or
pick Matt,
Matt-
whatever.
Matt?
You guys would enjoy that for sure.
That's all right. Matt's just gonna play with himself.
Because I've played it already with Sam, but if you needed someone. Okay. What was mine? I think, yeah. I have 3 games written down. Because that's all I did in my list, was just write a bunch of games down. I have Returnal on here, even though I did play Returnal, just didn't play it enough. But that's not my game. And I also have Ruined King written down, which I think I would have really enjoyed if I had dove into. But probably the first number 1 is Far Cry 6. Because I wish I had played more Far Cry 6. Or any. I actually purchased it with the intention to play it before we did this podcast, but I just never got around
Can you
to it.
co-op with Quantum through one of them?
Yeah, we did in New Dawn.
New Dawn.
It was actually
That's
pretty
fun.
fun.
Oh, okay.
That was enjoyable.
Very like average game that New Dawn was, but it was really fun co-op. We
Mhm.
just troll each other the whole time.
Yep.
All right, Quantum.
Yes. Oh, you want me to say mine? Okay.
No.
No, just
I have
make
2
Xavier here.
games. I have 2 games. One I'm going to start with because I did technically play it. It's Eastward, and I would like to come back to it. I kind of wish I played more of it, but it was so daunting. It's such a long game, and it's kind of slow.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad game. I feel like it's going to be a really good one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one. But then the one I'm going to write down here is Chicory: A Colorful Tale.
Yes.
I wanted to get it when it came out. I had it on my wish list and everything. It looked cute. It looked good. It was getting great reviews. Ron, you just picked it up a little while ago, and you were telling me I should have gotten
It's fucking blowing my mind how good it is.
Yeah. So that's definitely up there for, my bucket list, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I'm gonna add all these to my store actually, my wish list.
Hell yeah. Matt.
Hades.
Oh.
Hades.
Oh.
It didn't come out this year, but
What? You sure?
yeah, we gave it Game of the Year last year.
Did it release on console or something though?
Yeah, it
Oh,
did
that's what I'm
release somewhere.
seeing.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Which
Man,
fair.
can you come back to me? That was my choice. Like, no, I need a new choice.
It's a great choice.
Yikes.
It's a good game.
That's my bad.
What
You're
an
good.
idiot.
Oh.
All right, Joe.
So I'm gonna say this one just because I've tried it for 20 minutes, but I still think it counts because the game doesn't really start for a little bit. But I'm gonna say Hellblade. What is it? Sana's Sacrifice?
That
Quinoa.
came out like 5 years ago, but sure.
I don't think I have any that I got last year that came out last year that I don't regret playing.
No, this is
What?
like a game that came out that you wish you had gotten played this year, essentially.
Oh, so it doesn't have to be like you have purchased it. Just
Yeah,
haven't
no,
played it.
it's just something you didn't
Okay,
play.
that's
Yeah.
my bad. Okay, come back to me.
Okay.
Shoot, I misunderstood it.
No, you're
I'm ready,
good.
Ron. I'm ready, Ron. We can reverse.
Okay, we'll go back to Matt.
I think I'm gonna say Deathloop.
Okay,
I watched you play a little bit of it. Oh, nice caps.
thank you.
I watched Ron play a little bit on stream, and I just think I would really enjoy it. And
It is
was
pretty
probably
good.
just buy it. So
I should play more of it, to be honest with you. I'll skip Joe to give Evan time. Or
I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah, it would be Risk of Rain 2.
You wrote that
Did
under Evan.
Oh,
that come out
Evan.
this year?
I'm pretty sure Risk of Rain 2 came out
Yeah,
last
Risk
year.
of Rain came out 2020, didn't it?
Are you sure?
No, it released 1.0 2021, right?
yeah,
Did
Yeah.
it?
Did it?
It says on Steam release date 2021. So
yeah.
Really?
I'm pretty sure
Okay.
1.0 is this year.
Well, that is an interesting thing that we'll have to factor into actual game of the year as well. 'Cause I
Didn't we
don't-
talk about that earlier?
Do we have
today?
that written down?
No, but didn't we talk about this?
I thought we talked about Risk of Rain.
No, we
2.
talked about this last week.
Because the only one I remember being really big release this year was at least for me was Gunfire, or else that Risk of Rain 100% like overshadows Gunfire.
No, it released. It did 1.0 release on August 11th, 2020.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Risk of Rain 2?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Oh, well,
Come back to you.
come back to me, I guess. What in the world?
That's strange. Weird that Steam says 2021.
Was there like an up?
Maybe there was a DLC.
Release or
I don't
DLC?
know. Anyway, okay, Evan.
I'm probably gonna have to go with MLB The Show here.
I hate you.
No. Okay, I don't know if this is legal here, but I know that literally everyone and their dog played it, and I know you guys talked about it. I'm just gonna say it anyways. It's probably Valheim because it's kind of a game that I know it didn't release this year, but like literally everybody played this game this year.
Sure.
And I didn't buy it ever. I didn't play it. I kind of felt like I got burned from early access with like PUBG, so I was like,
Sure.
you know, I'm gonna not pick up Valheim, and I'm gonna wait for the Steam, you know. But then
We
I feel like PUBG is a success
wait, PUBG
story
was a burn on
of
early access. What?
Yeah.
well, I don't know. Okay, I shouldn't say it was a burn, but it was just like
At least say
Because
like
obviously-
DayZ or something.
Like
Sure.
if you started playing PUBG like maybe 2019, then I could see PUBG being shit. But like if you
Right
started
away.
when it came out, Hype Train 2017 into 2018, that game was amazing.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean it was great. I have several hundred hours in PUBG. I'm just saying I don't know. I
You
just
put a bad taste in your mouth the way they.
the way I
Okay.
actually never played PUBG after it officially released, so it's
Yeah.
maybe not a great.
I mean, I kind of
It's
stopped
no
playing it there
Fortnite,
too.
you know. It's no
Oh my
Fortnite.
God.
I think we can all agree.
It's not as revolutionary as Fortnite
Yeah.
was.
Oh,
Right.
boy. Oh, boy.
Oh,
I mean,
Anyways.
considering it led to Fortnite, I think it's pretty revolutionary.
Oh, boy.
I consider that a total fail, actually. But, what I was gonna say is like I don't know. I just decided I'm not gonna bite into the alpha hype, and like I don't know. It just
Yeah.
seemed like a game that actually would be something I would have enjoyed a lot. So that's
Yeah,
why
you would have for sure.
yeah. And I don't know if that really counts, but honestly, of all the
That's
games in
fine.
2021, that's probably the only one I've ever thought about. Like, oh, maybe I should have actually got that.
We can count Risk of Rain 2 as well if you want, Joe. So you don't have to. worry
Nah,
about
I'll
it.
say, I'll do Gunfire.
Gunfire. That's a good one. Oh god, I forgot you're the only one that's been typing.
Oh, now we know who you are.
True. Okay, Christopher.
I just want to point out I play like every Call of Duty that comes out, but I'm not gonna say Call of Duty.
You want to
But-
though.
I'll
Well, you've already played it if you played the last 5 of them.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. No, probably Inscription because I don't really know what else.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Inscription.
You should.
Yeah.
Inscription is
Looks very
fucking insanely
Fucking
good.
play it.
Is it on Steam?
Yep, it's on
Yeah.
Steam. It's a card game.
The Devolver digital card game. Yeah.
Like
Really?
a story card game. You would love Inscription too, Evan. It's
Yeah, I'm
actually
intrigued.
it's blown my mind so far.
We can talk about a game of the year.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. But like, holy
Okay.
fuck.
Because I'm gonna argue for that fucker.
My all-time favorite games are pretty much card games. So
Ooh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, it's got a 97% rating on Steam.
Mhm.
That's all I'll say
That's
about
okay. It could be better. Clearly, room for improvement for Inscription
Clearly.
too.
It's no Pokemon Unite.
good, not
Yeah.
great.
Well, hey, listen. There's 2 of you fighting for Inscription. Probably there's 2 of us fighting for Pokemon Unite. So I don't want to hear this shit.
Yeah, I feel like the hard part about this category is I feel like there's a lot of games you just might not have even known you regret not playing.
Oh, for
you know?
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I only say Inscription because I just barely saw Ron playing it. the
No,
other
it does
day.
look really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
All right.
I would say
Chase.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Mine was It Takes Two, same as Tenza. I saw stuff about it. Saw a lot of people talking about it.
You
Seemed
could-
like it'd be pretty fun, but
Yeah. You could probably play that with your wife or kids.
yeah,
Probably
that's
really
kind of what I
enjoy
was
that.
thinking.
Or with Tenzin.
no,
You know, the other guy who needs to play.
you can play with Matt.
We already have a date for this. What the fuck, man?
Trying to replace Matt already?
What the hell?
I don't know. You gotta ask your wife and everything. It's gonna take
Oh
some
my
time.
god. This is only in your mind that happens.
Plus, I don't
Is
start
it
playing
okay for
games
you to
until
talk to me,
8:30.
Matt?
Yeah, you want to get permission on whether you can do that or not?
Oh my god.
I mean, is it all right?
I'm
We start at 8
muting.
o'clock.
Yikes.
Getting kind of late.
Yeah, I should go to bed soon. Actually, can we wrap this up real fast?
Jesus. Okay, Carl.
This one kind of fires me up because I love RTS and I did not pick it up, and it's Age of Empires 4.
That's a mistake.
Huge mistake. I was so focused on playing like New World and some other games that had come out that I just didn't pick it up.
Imagine playing New World over Age of Empires.
So,
Yeah.
New World was a great game.
Couldn't be
I
me.
refuse to hear anything you say or respond.
I mean, I did that too. I barely played Age of Empires.
So Carl, when are we playing Age of Empires together?
I have to buy it, man. I still have to pick it up.
Well, we'll just
Doesn't
set a
sound like
date
fun.
right now. I want to play more.
I want to play more of it as well, but I want to play the campaign.
Me too, actually. Anyways, we can move on.
All
I
right.
just want to play and I get shit on by the computers.
Yeah.
Just have me on your team; it'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Buzzle.
For me, it's Resident Evil 8.
Oh, true.
I would have played it, but like a bunch of other games that I started really enjoying is like Binding of Isaac.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
Like just
man.
started taking up all my time. So
Yep. Cool. That wraps up the individual categories, I believe. So now we gotta just pick game of the year. Top 10.
The little one, you know. Just
There's a couple games. So I don't know the best way to do this. I think in the past we've kind of just gone through and decided whether or not we wanted to keep it for now to talk about later.
Mhm.
So we can just do that alphabetically if you want.
Okay.
So anyone feel like Age of Empires 4 might make top 10?
I could see that.
In my
Maybe,
top
yeah.
10.
Purposes,
Yeah, I
I
can't
really
really
enjoyed
talk
it.
to it, but it seems like people
Yeah.
liked it.
Yeah.
In the 10 games I played, it was in my top 10.
Yeah.
Hey, me too, man. Me too.
I think it was really nostalgic for me, so I'd keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Archvale.
What is this? game?
It's definitely top 10 for me.
Okay.
What is it?
What
It's
is
like
it?
a bullet hell, I think, Zelda-like game, right?
Oh, I have seen this. Never mind.
If you can we add a little more prompt to it? Like if you want to keep in your top 10, like give a reason as to why.
Sure. It's good.
fun.
Yeah, like
Colorful. Just
I really like difficult games that like
Bullet
are
hell.
actually challenging. And that game like was there. It's like I put it up there like as good as like Sekiro, but like on a different in a different type of game.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, that's why I say like it's so good. I got mad at it and haven't played it for a while because I was having a lot of trouble.
Sounds
on
like
a boss.
Doom.
I haven't played it.
Sounds like Doom.
And like it's the same thing with Doom, yeah. And other games came up. Same thing happened with Doom. I was really enjoying it, but then I started playing Binding of Isaac, and fuck, this game is just better.
Yeah.
It would be comparable to what? Enter the Gungeon?
Yeah.
It's like a cross between Enter the Gungeon and like the progression in the game is a lot like Terraria, so that's also another thing that I really like. Like if you've ever played Terraria, you know that the progression in that game is like top
Unreal,
notch.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, no cap. I'm actually watching the trailer. This shit looks lit. I might
Yeah,
get it.
I actually bought it when he mentioned it because it looked really good.
It does look
I haven't
really
played
good.
it yet though.
And the gameplay is also like just fucking smooth. So
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So we can move on from that for now. Anyone feel really passionately about Back 4 Blood?
It was fun initially, but then just the hype died down and no one plays it anymore.
yeah,
I bought it to play it, but I wouldn't put it in top 10.
I was gonna say. It,
I
like,
played
what-
it through Game Pass, and it's enjoyable. It's just not as like amazing.
Yeah, I was shitting
It's
on
Left
it,
4 Dead.
but it's basically just a fun game to play with friends every now and then that does
Yeah.
nothing revolutionary at all.
vote kick.
So I'm good with removing
Yep. F1.
it. Can we just remove Battlefield without talking about it?
You can
Yep.
you can remove 2042 times.
Battlefield was trash this year, which is really sad because it actually looked
Definitely has
like the
been
best.
trash for several years.
It looked like it was going to be like a return to form, though. It just really makes me sad.
I mean, it might be in like a year. It might be better.
Yeah, but no one will play it by then. That's what Battlefield 5 did. Battlefield 5 was trash at launch and then became really good later.
Yeah, Battlefield 4 was
that way.
Yeah, exactly. But people still play that one over Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
Battlefield 4 took a year to get good because it was shit.
It was
What about
bad at
Battle?
launch. Yeah.
Wasn't there like another one between there, like Battlefield 1 or
One,
something weird?
Yeah. One was
These
bad.
games aren't bad. They're not bad. Like 2042 was bad, right? Those other ones are just not.
2042 was just broken. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
it's
broken.
like just not complete is what
Yeah.
the issue
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Like, what were some of the things that you noticed in about it? I haven't played it.
Like the
Like,
one
probably
thing I
the-
like, I never played it, but like I've seen some videos, and like the worst thing I saw was like the bullet deviation when you're shooting.
Yep. It literally
Was
doesn't shoot where you're aiming.
They take like pay to win grenades and stuff out like they had in Battlefront.
Oh, I don't know.
The worst thing I saw about it was the very negative reviews on Steam, and that pretty much tells
Yeah.
me everything I need to know.
Well, then people hated the class-based system too, because they made it a class-based system.
Oh yeah.
Or like a hero type shooter type thing.
What about WAPO though, Quantum?
WAPO did not release last year.
It seems
Okay.
like they always have issues in that code, though.
Yeah.
Every game. You'd think they would have that.
I think they'd have it
like,
down.
in their engine.
It's just a classic case of this is a big brand. People like our games. They'll buy it. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then people didn't buy it.
Okay. Before your eyes, I would. How do you feel, Joe? Because I know I think me and you are the only ones that played it.
It's tough because I'm one of those people that I only played less than 10 games, so like I would put it there,
Sure.
but I doubt
Compared to
anyone else will
everything
fight
else.
for it, and I don't think it's worth a top 10 spot.
It's not in my top 10, but it is in like my top tier games of the year.
So I'd remove it personally.
Yeah.
It was still not
If
around.
just so we give a little spiel about it, Before Your Eyes is like a story based game, kind of like a Life is Strange type thing, I guess. But
Mm-hmm.
the concept is that time moves forward whenever you blink. Like your camera is on and it's watching you, and like whenever you blink, the time moves forward. Really fucking sad, depressing story, but really good.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Pretty solid.
Excellent
Do
story.
you have to have a
game.
camera to play it?
You can actually, I think, change it to not do your camera and just click instead or something. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I think the experience is better with the camera
Yeah.
because it's got a lot of things that are built around that concept. So. Chicory, I would like to keep it on the list if possible.
Why?
Because it's fucking fantastic. I don't know. I guess I don't know how to elaborate too much on it other than the fact that it's just a really good like RPG type game, I guess.
Would you call its drawing mechanics?
Yeah.
Call its drawing mechanics innovative?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's like
There
the
you
thing that I think is the most unique about it. Like I've done boss fights where like you literally have to draw on the boss to like damage them and stuff. Like there's mirrored boss fights where you have to draw on the opposite side and stuff. It's interesting. What?
This is on. I'm gonna have to buy another game this year, huh?
It looks good, right?
It was kind of sleepy. Like no one heard of it. You know,
Yeah.
it didn't get as much marketing as it probably should have because it is pretty good looking.
It's got like a coloring book art style, yeah.
Yeah, Ron showed it to me the other day. It looked pretty fun.
Cozy Grove.
Oh, you can get rid of it. I'm probably the only one who played that, right?
Yeah, I've never even heard of it.
It didn't even make my honorable mentions.
Okay. Curse of the Dead Gods.
Oh, you get rid of that.
Cool. Deathloop. I think I'm the only one that played it. It's not in my top 10. I didn't actually make honorable mentions for my list, but I don't think it would even, if I had to do, it's like 5th on my list of other games that didn't make my top 10, so.
I hated the trailers for that game. So if you're saying you want to delete it, I'm going to support you.
Yeah, we can remove it. I think it's probably one of the better games that came out this year. It's not one of my favorite games, I guess. So that's all.
Sir.
Depends how much you like Dishonored, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't love Dishonored, I guess. So. Death's Door. We're keeping it, right, Quam?
Keep that motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay. Destruction All Stars. Removing.
That's so sad.
Destruction
Yeah,
All
that's right.
Stars. Yeah, it's like Twisted Metal, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It was a fun new PS5 experience, and then it just wasn't worth playing.
Yeah, it was okay. It just didn't have a lot of depth to it. It was like 2 game modes that were kind of fun.
Yeah.
I haven't played Twisted Metal in a long time.
Yeah, me too. I want a new Twisted Metal, to be honest with you.
What is that, East Shade?
Yeah, that's East Shade.
Eastward.
Ron, is it just me and you on that?
I think so.
And we didn't play it, really.
I got about halfway through it.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like it could have been on this list for top 10 games of the year, but do you feel like it's right that we even include it?
It's not in my top 10, so
Okay, so let's get rid of it.
I'm fine with removing it. Very good. I guess it's like a Earthbound type game. Is what I would compare it to the most. A top-down RPG.
Very interesting.
Ender Lilies.
Get rid of them shit.
We already kind of talked about that a little. And you're the only one that played it, so.
Yeah.
Football Manager 2022.
Yeah. No, we can get rid of this. I know it's not going to make 22 or the top 10. I really only enjoyed it because it's the first time I ever experienced
Football
Manager games. Yeah. So if it'd be like the same as like Madden 22 on here or something, it'd be weird. So yeah.
Am I the only person that played Forza Horizon 5?
No way, that game was fantastic.
Did you play it?
Oh yeah. I have like 50 hours or something on it, I bet.
Hell yeah.
I love Forza.
Do you want to keep it? It's not in my top 10, but it is a very good game, so I'm not opposed.
I mean, I don't play enough games to really judge if it should be taken off or kept, but I thought it was amazing. I've never played in the other ones before, though. I mean, it looks amazing. It's like,
Forza.
If it was like my first Forza, it probably would have been top 10, but it is
Right.
pretty much just Forza Horizon 4, but in Mexico.
Yeah,
it runs the line of like arcade versus realism to the point where it's still easy enough to pick up, but it's not so hard that it sucks. So, I don't know. I mean, I'm fine with taking it off, but it was a great game.
Forza Horizon 3 basically confirmed to me that I'm always going to buy every Forza Horizon game that comes out because they're so
Forza
good.
3 was good.
Yeah.
I'm still playing.
The storyline is like just stupid enough to be fun.
Yeah. Story never matters, but it's just fun doing the different types of showcase events or whatever. Right?
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, if you guys want to take it off, I'm not going to be hurt about it. It just was probably one of the most fun games I played this year, is all.
For sure.
That sounds like a good reason to keep it.
I can keep and talk about it later. I'm fine with that. We're removing a lot of games, so.
Yeah, there's.
GTFO. I think me and Buzzle played it.
I don't think we played it last.
I don't think we played it this year.
Yeah, we didn't play it at 1.0, but I mean,
It
did
looks
you?
fun from the videos I've seen.
Yeah. See, maybe that should have been my most regret. Not playing.
True.
I mean, if no one can talk about it, though, probably better take it off.
Yeah.
I'm fine with removing it.
Get the fuck out.
I should try it.
We should play it again at some point, though.
Wait, hold on. Shout out to Buf. What's he playing right now?
Stellaris.
Nice. All right.
All right. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Keep it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to keep that.
Have you guys played it?
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm about half done with it.
I'm not, but man, I know I will finish that game. It's amazing.
It's really good. I've been playing. It sucks because right now I'm addicted to Isaac. I'm addicted to speedrunning Mario. I'm also really into Guardians. I'm into Chicory, and I'm also playing Inscription. So I'm like fucked.
Yeah.
I'm just like bouncing between them every day.
Is Guardians on Steam?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
on Steam. Yeah. And we'll talk about it more for sure. It's just it's great.
I didn't expect it to be great. I'll say that much. But
Same.
It's really good.
Yeah.
Gunfire Reborn. I kind of want to keep that.
We could probably remove this one, right?
You keep it.
I think we keep it. Is it just me and you, Buzzle? Because Beef isn't here?
I think so.
No, Christopher
Or Christopher played it, I guess, one night.
Wait, what?
I played it one time too.
Gunfire.
Oh, and Matt.
I
Gunfire?
totally forgot about this game. Oh my god.
Maybe that was your most regret purchasing.
No, I liked it. I just didn't play a whole lot of it.
Sure. Halo.
Keep.
Let's keep, yeah.
I think we
remove.
have to keep it.
Okay, well, I tried.
Controls are super tight. It feels nice. It's I don't know.
I guess
You know what?
that's
I'll
why I
speak up.
regret not purchasing.
I'll speak up for Buf, who's not
It's
here, because he
free,
would agree with me.
for
It takes
sure.
way too long to kill people. Splitgate is better. Okay, that's all.
Dying.
Doesn't
or,
killing people longer to kill people just mean more skill or whatever though?
No.
There's a balance.
Well, I mean, I think one good thing about Halo is like that longness to kill is also allows you to turn around and kill the person who's shooting
Yeah.
you.
I mean,
And that's like
Halo is what it is.
that
It's
needs to be a
Halo.
part of like a competitive game. Not
Yeah.
just being caught out and like
Has to be
instantly
the
killed.
first one to see.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, I'm not gonna get into this. I was just memeing, but I would say that part of that counter argument would be positioning yourself so that you're not getting shot
Yeah.
in the back, right?
I mean,
So,
I don't
Yeah, but
really.
with Halo, everyone's running around all crazy.
Yeah.
There's no
Right.
not getting shot in the back.
for sure.
Correct.
Again,
It's
it
like
is
Call
just
of Duty.
Halo.
Call
It's
of Duty
Halo.
is literally about seeing people first and killing them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll just say, Quam, Halo's not a top 10 game in my mind this year, but it is within this group, I think. So.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Yeah.
No, I know. I am minority. I know.
Cool. Humankind. I really enjoyed Humankind, but it didn't even make close to my top 10. Did anyone else play it?
Yeah, I did. It's
I
my
have a few
vote.
hours on it.
It's okay. I don't know if we need to keep it around.
Yeah.
I don't think it has a chance to make top 10. So.
Yeah, exactly. Imposter Factory.
I haven't even heard of
We
this
keep.
game.
I was waiting for Joe to speak
That's
up.
all I'll say about that.
Imposter Factory is basically the new To the Moon, Christopher.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's on my wish list.
Cool. Really big story-based games for anyone that doesn't know.
Oh.
Very fun.
What
though.
console is that? PC gaming?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on Steam. They're made with.
They're
like,
also on Switch.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see it on Steam for some reason.
Imposter Factory.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be there.
Caps lock on. You might want to turn caps lock.
Jesus.
While Ron's looking, I feel like
Yeah.
Inscription and It Takes Two, we're going to be keeping both.
Yes.
I don't know that we need to be.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Kana can stay as well.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah, it was
Okay.
good.
fine.
It's just
We
you.
can just remove it later.
Yeah. I don't think it'll make it. Yeah, but I think it's worth keeping.
I think
Oh,
Knockout. I think Knockout City's better than Kana. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think you're mental, but that's fine.
I feel like we
You've
can
had hot
remove
takes
Knockout
before, Ron.
City.
This is not new for you.
Knockout City is a game that all of us played and enjoyed for like a
It was
good
so much
stretch of
fun.
time.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Also,
It was so much
Imposters with
fun.
an O, by the way, for some reason.
Why did we stop playing it?
Imposter is always with an O. What?
The E in the Imposter that you have.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I couldn't find it. The game itself is IMPOSTOR.
Yeah, I thought
Get
it
out-
was weird too.
Get out of town.
I did not
God.
know that.
Who the fuck put you in charge, Ron?
Wait, is that how
Holy
imposter
God.
is spelled?
Yeah,
I don't
No.
like that.
Yep.
Vision Discovery
That's
that is
real.
leaving.
It is how imposter is spelled. I'm stupid. Okay.
I don't like that at all.
Why wasn't it
It would be-
throwing? What's an E? That obviously was a word. Like it
I
wasn't
thought it was
red squiggled.
Could be
Yeah,
that
yeah.
both
English
spellings are
versus, like-
correct.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it's both situation. You're right.
Yeah,
EU
it
spelling.
Okay.
Oh, I don't like
That's
that.
like
Can we remove it because of that?
I think it'd be crazy to keep Kana for one person when Knockout City has multiple supporters is all. So
What are you talking about? We're not at that point yet.
Yeah, we are.
Hello? Okay,
are.
Buf picked Archvale. He is the only one who played it. Therefore, we should remove it.
Buf
because-
isn't
I
even
didn't know- I didn't know
here.
Buf was
Buf,
here.
sorry. Puzzle.
shitting on
Puzzle.
you.
You know what I mean?
No.
though? Come
I
on,
was just
you're gonna tell me
basically
one
trying to
person played
argue
it, we should remove
for
it.
keeping Knockout City if we're keeping.
I've heard a lot of things about Kana.
Because I was gonna
I'll
be
talk about Kana right
okay.
now.
I was
Wanna
gonna
talk
be
about
okay with removing Knockout City if Kana was removed, but I'm not removing
we're already
Knockout
getting
City
spicy.
before Kana.
I mean,
Uh,
what's that
Can
logic,
we
though?
just move on? Like I don't
That's
know.
fine,
that
we can-
it's
we
over.
can-
We're
can keep
both.
both for
I
now.
think
We
we're-
can keep both for now. It's fine. It's fine.
We're keeping Life is Strange, probably.
We're gonna take
Are we?
15 years if we're.
No, I'm kidding.
Why are we keeping Life is Strange?
I would assume so. I mean, I've heard
You
like
would
rave
think.
reviews about it.
But how many people have played
Okay.
I
it?
think it's literally just me that's played it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't buy it.
Tenzin, I think
not
you're
like
thinking
it?
of the old Life is Stranges, which are supposedly really good. I don't know that any of the new ones are good.
The new one
One
is
can correct me.
fantastic. The new one
Yeah,
is fantastic.
This new one was not good.
Right, yeah. The
No,
fifth
Life
one.
is Strange
it.
2 is trash. Life is Strange True Colors was
see.
amazing. Yep.
I see.
I watched you play it though a little
It
bit.
was really good. I don't think it's top 10 because it's just a choice-based story game. That's all.
Fair.
Okay, I mean, you're the one who played it, so I think it's up to you to kind of.
So I'm fine with removing it because I don't think it has a chance in top 10.
All right, do it.
Remove it.
Little Nightmares 2.
Keep it.
Keep it. Christopher's got his support. I think that's like one of the 2 games Christopher played this year.
Yep.
It was his most anticipated last year.
True. Loop Hero.
You can get rid of that.
Really? I'm surprised you're more passionate about Archvale over Loop Hero.
It's good, but it's not that. Like, I don't think anybody else here would agree.
I
played
was
it, but
super
it's-
intrigued to play that game.
It
It's a
certainly
good
doesn't
game.
strike me as like you know.
I 100% like
Top 10.
recommend everybody playing it. It's like,
But it's not. It's
Well,
no game of the year or nothing.
but I don't think it's gonna compete with some other games here.
You also-
It'll change your life.
Not top 10.
You did tell me that I probably wouldn't like Loop Hero though.
Yeah, because you're literally just your character's going in a loop, and you're like slowly upgrading the loop so that you could fight more challenging enemies and get more rewarding rewards.
Like a hero.
And that's pretty much the whole game.
Like
It's kind of a take your time kind of game.
And there's a boss at the end of like at a certain point, after going through so many loops, you get to fight a boss, and the boss is pretty difficult.
So it's a roguelike, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a roguelike.
Yeah.
I
I think it speaks to certain types of people. I actually kind of agree that I don't know if I would say this is a game Ron would like, but I think it's a game that like I absolutely would. I almost bought it on release actually, which is
Okay.
rare for me. I ended up not, thankfully, since it was free. But like, I don't
It's
know.
a good game. Like if
I
you
can't
haven't played
speak
it,
to it,
definitely
I think.
play it.
The art style looks really cool.
It has cool like graphics.
Oh, and the
stuff.
music is
Yeah.
amazing in that game. Oh my god! If there
At
was
this
a
rate-
soundtrack game of the year soundtrack award, I would give it to Loop Hero.
Maybe next year we'll add more categories like that.
Sound, graphics, gameplay, amazing. Get it out of here.
It's trash.
And just for the listeners watching this video, I noticed that there is 2 games on Steam, Loop Hero and then Loop Hero Demo. Do you recommend just giving the demo a try or just doing the $15 game?
You probably
I don't
do
know
the
if the-
demo.
Get for free on Epic.
Yeah, I assume
you
the
get-
demo's good, right?
It might not be free anymore though.
Okay.
And that was a very great way to be like, for my friend, can you tell me what to do here?
Yeah, like okay, sure. You're right,
I
Matt.
don't see the
I love-
demo though.
I love
What the
you,
hell are you
Tenzin.
talking about?
No, the demo
No,
is
it's spelled
just
with an O. Like an extra
Yeah, after it's not an E.
Luporo.
I mean the demo is just a demo, isn't it?
Like ham
Fun. Let's just move on.
Hamtaro,
please.
yeah. I'm gonna accidentally delete Mario Golf while I delete Loop Hero.
Oh, nice, good job.
We'll just pretend that didn't happen. Metroid Dread, I think we want to
Don't
keep,
even-
right?
Think about getting rid of that game.
We
Don't
can
even
get rid
think
of-
No
about it.
show.
WarioWare on this list.
We can get rid of the show.
Do you agree, Christopher?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's funny because me and Christopher played the show very differently.
Yeah, you played a
I
lot
played-
of the
I played the online,
yeah.
where people waste hundreds of dollars. I didn't
I
spend any
wait.
money on it,
Like I
but
said, I haven't played an MLB game in a long time, so it was really fun.
I watched
It was
Matt stream for the first time in his life in like 3 years. Some MLB.
say in my life, what the hell?
time of his life for 3 years.
But yeah, the last 3 years. Also not true, by the way. But yeah, okay.
Matt, you're only 3? Holy shit.
Yeah.
apparently.
He is.
New Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, part of me wants to keep it, but also part of me didn't even have it in my top 10, so
All right, just get it.
I don't think it's top 10, but it's really fun.
it's really
Is
fun.
it? All right.
Oh snap!
So we can delete New World as well, right?
Yeah, I think
he said,
Yeah,
said,
get rid
"Whoa."
Oh!
All Stars Brawl.
Remember when we played that once, Matt, and then we just never talked about it ever again?
Yeah, have you played it since then?
It's a fantastic
Me and
fighter.
me and Quantum played it a bit more than you, but it was
It's unfortunate that it died.
I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
It was fun.
What's
Right.
the other one that's coming out? Just play that one.
Multiverse, whatever it is.
No, multiverses, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that it?
DC Multiverses or something like that.
Something
Or not
stupid.
DC.
Oh, nice.
Isn't it the
Or
Christopher Nolan
WB or something.
Yeah.
one? WB, yeah, there you go.
That one looks like it might be better. So
You think? I don't.
it's got voice acting.
That's the
So?
threshold. That's the
It's
threshold.
got-
What?
Gonna make it better before
I'm
that.
sorry, but Nick All Stars feels strange to play without any sound at all. Like it's
You're
just
right.
it's just music in the background. That's the only
You're right.
sound.
I'm not judging it because of the voice acting. I just actually think that the WB one did look like it was more polished.
Yeah, and the
I felt like the controls were pretty solid in Nickelodeon All Stars.
yeah, they were pretty good. No, it felt really
So
good.
I'm really confused on why you're like, I think it might be better because I felt like Nickelodeon All Stars was already
It's more of
as
a
good as some of the Super Smash Bros. Games of
Yeah.
like in terms of controlling.
in terms of controls. Yes, it just felt like an empty soul kind of game. Is what I'm more saying. Like the game itself didn't feel like it had any heart in it. You know.
You just didn't like that. You just didn't like that I looped you with Toph, right?
True.
Yeah, what the?
Yeah, that's okay.
Anyway.
We can remove it.
Yeah,
if
we
want.
yeah we can remove it. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally died like 2 weeks after it released. So
Yeah. It did.
yeah.
So Near Replicant's in my top 10. I'm the only one that played it though, and I don't know. I'm half tempted to just say let's let it go now because I don't think it has a chance compared to everything else.
All
But
right.
it
Do that.
is-
If you
Let's
do
hear
that,
about
if you do that, remove Kanna as well together
Okay,
in one breath.
in one breath.
So what did you like about Near Replicant though? Because we haven't heard about it.
Have you? I don't know if anyone's played Near Automata.
No,
But
I
it's-
want to though.
It's essentially the
Yeah, I
prequel
want
to it, because it's a remake of the first Nier. There's just a really fun 3D action. I guess I don't know if you call it action adventure or RPG, but there's progression of some kind, and that you get new weapons. But it's got like side quests, and the combat's really fun. You have like the little book that shoots projectiles out as you're doing combat. It's really fun. But the story is really what makes Nier really fucking good, because it just has like twists and turns at every corner with Nier. That's just what's so good about the Nier games.
That robot love.
And there's like 5 endings, so you have to beat the game like 5 times to get all the endings, which I did. So it does change slightly every time, so you see different like perspectives every time you play through different things.
That's cool.
So yeah, I'm good with removing it though. I just recommend everyone play Nier, and then you want me to get rid of Kana? Do you want to talk about Kana?
Yeah, I'll just say that if you want a game that looks like it was made by Pixar, right? Specifically, I don't know. It kind of took me by surprise because I was expecting it to be good from the beginning, but I wasn't expecting it to be as diverse. So it's like you follow this warrior / spirit guider who's trying to like cleanse this town or village from rot, essentially, and it has a lot of different aspects to it. There's the exploration, there's puzzle and like problem solving aspects of the game. And then there's even the combat, which is almost like, I don't know, a lighter version of a Souls-like combat. Am I wrong with that, Ron? I mean, those
No, you're
bosses
not
are kinda
wrong.
difficult.
I
They
was
were difficult.
actually surprised how difficult it kind of was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think that it's, what was that?
What's
it on? So you can get it on Epic or PS5, right? Or PS4 too?
PS. I think it's
PS2,
on
yeah.
PS4.
PS2.
PS2, yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation 2,
Yeah,
actually.
Actually,
That's
PSP
really-
is what I played it on, but yeah, I don't know. It was really, really good. It's their first game. They were like a they
Animation
made
studio.
animation studio.
They
yeah,
made
so like,
a-
for their first game. It's
Majora's Mask animation or something, I think, for Zelda.
yes.
Yeah.
That video that they made is amazing. Highly
Yeah.
recommend watching that. I'm excited to see their next game, right? Because it's just gonna be a polished version of this.
Yeah, I should probably finish Kana at some point.
And
Is
the
this the
speedrun
game
is really
that-
fun. Yeah.
Quantum,
Go
is this the game I asked you about a couple weeks ago, or
I think
asked a couple
so.
weeks ago?
Yeah, I think so. I do recommend it still. And it's like, what was I just gonna say? The speedrun. If anyone's interested in speedruns, the speedrun is really fun to watch.
All right.
Bye, Kana.
Bye, Kana. I want to point out that we always wanted to call it Kenna, but it's actually
Yes,
Kana, and
it's
that kind
Kana,
of drives
yeah.
us
Really?
crazy a little
That's
bit.
weird.
Yes, it did drive us crazy.
Ina.
No.
Get rid of it.
Pretty sure you didn't even really like it that much, right?
Hated it, dude. But it's a good 3-hour game. It's a journey-like game, but
Yeah.
it's not nearly
Is
as good
it
as Journey.
better or worse than the last
Three-hour game
campfire?
that you hated.
Worse than the last. Okay, but I
Worse?
like the last campfire, so I'm gonna say
Yeah.
worse.
Okay.
Yeah.
But similar type of kind of thing.
Yeah, it's that same kind of vein.
Yeah. Probably like that. That one game I played. Anyway. Orcs Must Die 3.
Yeah, I mean, Ron and I were the only ones that played this, I believe, right?
It
Yep.
looked really fun.
It's fun. Ron, we never really discussed this, but I mean, it's just more Orcs Must Die. I don't know that anything.
I don't think it's
changed.
worth top 10, but it's a fun
It's
game.
not worth top 10, but if it's an interesting, like, third-person shooter / tower defense.
It's just it's an action
It's a
tower
really fun
defense game. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that sounds like fun, it's co-op if you want it to be co-op, I believe.
Yep.
Quantum, what is the tower defense game that we played?
That's not
Balloons Tower.
Yeah.
Balloons?
I know.
No.
What is
Okay.
Because it reminded me of.
Dungeon Defenders.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of reminded me of.
Oh, I forgot about Dungeon Defenders.
That's a good one. By
I
the
wouldn't
way,
mind
guys.
playing that again, CRISPR, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ron, you can get rid of this.
Cool. Pac-Man 99, I'm going to remove it. It's a fun, it's just a battle royale Pac-Man game. So just survive as long as you can. I think I won one game and then never played it again. So
Nice.
Pokemon.
So, Matt, I don't know. Matt, you, Ron, you guys might want to keep this. I would
No.
actually say remove it. Okay. I don't know if I'm alone in that.
It would feel weird to me to keep a remade Pokemon game. Well, like, they made a good choice with, like, the art direction, in my opinion. I think some people might hate it. But it's literally it's the same as Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah. There's
I don't
things
know,
about
like-
the art that I hate, though.
I mean,
So I don't know if it's the art. So let me talk about that because I do have a point on that. I love Gen 4. I love these games, right? I love the art style, but I think Link's Awakening did better, and not necessarily because of the chibi art, but the camera and the movement in Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl was really bad. Like the camera would off-center itself either up or down sometimes, and then also just the directional movement, you would get stuck on stuff that you're not really walking into.
Yeah.
So I think the game just wasn't polished.
that was because I don't think they changed the grid system for moving, but allowed you to like move within grids,
Yeah,
which is
that's-
super weird.
I didn't like that.
I've had that happen occasionally, but I don't know that it's a deal breaker. But yeah, like I said, it's just a remade Pokemon game. I don't know that
Yeah.
it deserves to be anywhere near the top 10.
So I'm good with removing it. Pokemon Unite.
Me and CRISPR gotta keep this shit. We gotta keep it.
What even is that game?
Yeah. I mean, get rid of it.
Yeah,
we
definitely.
played hundreds of hours. We put hundreds of hours into this game.
I still wish at least one of you tried it.
I think if you guys would have liked it, I genuinely still believe that. Like, you
Yeah.
might want to call it a watered down MOBA, but it was enjoyable as a team
Oh.
game.
Yeah.
I don't have enough money to play that game.
True.
Pay to win.
It is pay to
It
win.
wasn't pay to win. It was pay to win for like a week, and then they reversed that. And that's what I hate, because you're right.
They
They made a
stats
mistake.
constantly. too.
They made a mistake, a one that has been made in gaming too many times, and that was wrong. I agree 100%, but that didn't make the game not fun.
Mm.
I thought
Well,
about
to-
trying it, but hadn't got around to ever trying it. So
They update
So
it constantly too.
Yeah.
To your point of it being a watered down MOBA, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like,
Agreed.
No,
Agreed.
that's
They're
fine.
short games.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah, making MOBAs more accessible
Yeah.
compared to like Dota and in some ways League of Legends, although League of Legends is way more accessible than Dota is, but
Yeah.
like I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that
It was
is
really
maybe
nice how
overall.
short the games were, because you can just play a couple games if you felt like it and then stop.
It's like
It's-
Blizzard's version.
Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the
Heroes
Storm
of
was
the
fun too. I liked Heroes of the Storm too.
It's very short.
Yep.
And it's one of those more arcadey type
Yes.
ones.
isn't it geared
so-
more towards the mobile anyway? So short kind of quick games are kind of
Yeah, but is it even out on mobile?
It is.
It is.
It
It
is
is?
mobile and Switch.
Well, I guess I know what I'm
I actually
downloading.
played it a lot on mobile.
Yeah, it was actually when it first came out on mobile. Me and Chris were really surprised because it was
Yeah.
actually smoother, maybe, than the Switch version.
It was.
Cool. Well, we can move
Yeah.
on.
We can
Yeah.
move on, but I'm gonna let you guys know I'm downloading it on my phone right now.
Yes.
There you go,
Dude.
my man.
They haven't played it in months. That's the funny
That's
part.
okay.
Well, you know, there's
Listen,
always
I am still the
time to
meanest
restart.
Wigglytuff this side of the Mississippi.
I'm the most okay player with Charizard.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right, we can move on. Sorry.
I'm gonna remove Pray for the Gods because I never even played it in 1.0. But it is basically what's the game where you kill
Shadows of the
the
Colossus.
Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus. It's basically Shadow of the Colossus, but for PC. But it has the problems. It actually got really bad reviews on 1.0 for some reason, and people were complaining about. It's got like some Breath of the Wild, like eating systems, or like no, it's got like some survival mechanics, I guess, which people don't really like about that.
Interesting.
Feels like it was kind of a shoot in for no reason, like crafting systems and shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts 2 is the only. I think I'm the only one that played that again.
I watched you play almost the whole thing, but
Yeah, it's a really
I
good
also
3D platformer. But it's not in my top 10.
mhm.
Maybe should be. I think most people would probably argue that it's one of the best games that came out this year, but I don't know.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I thought you would want to
Not
hold
for
on
us.
to that one tightly.
Nah, I mean,
Tightly.
it's all right. I just don't. I just didn't fall in love with it the way that I fell in love with some other 3D platformers. So, and I wasn't
I think
nostalgic for the original Psychonauts, so I think that
Okay.
that's part of
Watching you play it was some of those levels and boss fights were really cool. Like,
Yeah.
it
it.
looked
Oh, they
like a
do
really
some
good
really
game.
cool ideas in it for
Yeah.
sure. But
No Mario 64.
yeah, not quite. Ratchet and Clank, we're keeping.
It was really cool to watch.
Agreed, Ron. All I'll say is I enjoyed this one more than the last one, and I don't know if you feel the same way. We actually never talked about Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, we never really did. This
But-
Ratchet was definitely better than the last one.
Okay, that's all. We can move on. I just wanted to confirm that
I-
my suspicion was correct.
I still think it's not the best Ratchet game, but it is way better than the first.
Sure.
The
Yeah.
remake.
For someone who's never played a Ratchet game, this was incredible.
Yeah.
Like, this
Oh,
game
yeah.
was perfect.
I'll say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say it's good that you picked this one up then, Quantum, because the first one, or the first of the new ones, I picked up and played, and I didn't enjoy it as much as Ron, and I thought it was a kind of a above average game, maybe at best, but this game was much, much better. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's been
Anyways.
so many in the series. Then is it one of those games you can just kind of pick up from here and kind of understand the entire storyline?
Depends upon which game, but I would say this one definitely.
yeah, you
This one
could.
and this one and the previous one were very approachable right away
Right.
in terms of Ratchet story.
I almost put this game as my most regretted not playing.
Really?
I almost did too, actually.
It was you don't have a PS5, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't put it in there, because I'm like, even if I do say that, it's not going to change it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy a PS5.
So not on PS
I don't
now.
either.
There's a
No.
few set of PS5 games. If you ever come into a PS5, right? This is one of the ones you should get.
Yeah.
No,
This is
just
probably
Demon's Souls.
the best game on PS5 right now.
Yes.
Shut your whore mouth. It's Demon's Souls.
Demon's Souls is alright.
In terms of
Demon
taking,
Souls,
in
it's
terms of,
hard. Sorry.
Demon's
no,
Souls is
hard.
actually really easy compared to Dark Souls, at least. That
I mean,
was
this is my first. This is my first
Yeah,
Dark
if-
Souls game.
If it's your first Souls game, it's going to be the hardest Souls game.
I didn't. They don't tell you anything, and it was really fucking confusing. That like dying didn't actually matter at all, because you could just go and pick up all your shit from the last time. Didn't know that.
Well,
For
in
60 hours.
Demon's Souls, when you die, your max health goes down repeatedly.
No,
It's like Dark Souls 2 then.
Matt, no. That's
I don't
just
think
bad.
that's true, but maybe
No,
it
it
is.
is.
It is
It
true.
is. Yeah.
Okay, well they take your max health down 50% literally in the first like
Oh, I mean
20
that.
minutes of the game.
Yeah.
This isn't. I know it's not even in this year, but the only reason why I would ever buy a PS5 is Demon's Souls or if they remastered Bloodborne.
I'm hoping if they remaster Bloodborne, they put it on PC.
Me too, because I
We'll
don't have
see.
to buy a PS5.
All right. Resident Evil Village. I think that no one played this, but I did watch an entire playthrough of it because I do really enjoy the Resident Evil games from a watching perspective. I just can't bring myself to play them. And it actually made my top 10 despite not even playing it. But I don't think it's worth keeping because I'm the only
You like
one
the
that...
spooky ladies, huh?
I don't know. I'm in the exact same boat as you, Ron.
Yeah.
I've watched the entire fucking game.
Yeah, so
Like I haven't played a single minute of it, but I've watched it, and
and it was
I don't know,
super cool, right?
This
it
makes
was
me
like
sad.
it was anxiety inducing, like heart pounding, just like everything about like Resident Evil in general.
Yeah.
Like it has it's historic, right? I mean, like there's so many games, and I think it still keeps it relatively fresh and still really interesting.
They did.
I think it's a keeper. I think it's definitely
You
top
think
10
so?
material.
Okay.
I'd love to play the Resident Evil games.
I mean, they lost it for a while with 5 and 6.
Yeah, they did an amazing job with this game of bringing Resident Evil 4 and 7 together. That's what this game feels like. It's like a combination of the first-person like scariness of Resident Evil 7 with the exploration and everything of Resident Evil 4. Sorry, I'm hiccuping.
Plus, not to mention all the bosses too. I'm like, this is.
Oh yeah, the bosses are sick. Okay,
So
we
I
can
won't
keep
say
it for
too
now.
This just makes me sad because I never finished at 7 and I just need to play it now.
Yeah.
7 is so good.
It's very good. Alright, Returnal. I think I only played like an hour of it. It seemed like it was probably Game of the Year material. I just didn't play enough of it to be able to say that. So
Yeah, me neither. It was in so many of the lists that I was like looking up when I was just doing research.
yeah, it's a good game though. I hope they bring it to PC. I think there was rumors of bringing it to PC, and then I would probably play more.
Yeah, I literally hate PlayStation for this because they just keep so many games. I'm not gonna buy PlayStation just to play a game.
Yeah,
Me either.
And that's how video games get funding. But yeah.
Would you buy a PlayStation to play 5 games though?
They'd get more funding if they just put out everything, right?
They would get more sales, they would not get more funding.
Yeah.
But like Sony literally pays
paid
them
for them to make the game. Yeah.
to make the game and make it exclusive to PlayStation.
I mean, they lose money on console sales, don't they? So
Yeah,
The first
they do.
amount, right?
It only makes sense to
They
port
hit a
every
point
game
where
they
they
can.
make money. It just takes time.
Yep. That's why they wait a little bit and then put it on PC later to make a little bit extra cash, right?
Yep. It's a classic Grand Theft Auto 5 treatment.
True. Sideswipe.
So I just want to say right off the bat, like, let's just applaud Sideswipe as a mobile game for making this list, considering we typically shit on mobile games, you know?
Yeah.
Because, like, that in itself is impressive. I think all of us who have played it have enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of us are also going to agree
No,
we can
fuck
get rid
that
of it.
game.
Okay.
It's trash. I can't get out of bronze.
I am better
That is
than
why I'm getting rid
Joe
of it.
at fucking Sideswipe. I love this.
When
I
I
love
played with
this.
Matt, I was blown the fuck away. I'm GC in No More Rocket League. Matt is GC in Sideswipe.
No, I am not. I can't get out of silvers. So, but
I made it to plat. Shit's hard.
I
Shit's
also kind of stopped playing. But anyways.
No,
Yeah,
I think we can get rid of it, but it's good.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
fun.
It's pretty fun. It's very chill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sable. I think another game that only I played.
Yes.
That one
they-
looked really interesting to me.
I really like the art style, and it's extremely relaxing. Like I'm so tired of using like Breath of the Wild for every comparison, but it is pretty much just like a Breath of the Wild without combat. Like you just go around and kind of explore and
Oh, so it's like a
look at the sights. Yeah,
Nice.
but it's really chill. It's not my top anything, but it's fun. I haven't finished it yet. I'm like half done, I think.
Kind of reminds me of like the Gris art style.
Yeah,
Don't
a little
remind me
bit.
of that game. Don't
Apparently,
remind
Quantum
me
hated Gris.
of that game.
I
It made
love
me
Gris.
fall asleep. I
Dude,
fell
okay.
asleep playing the game.
That's the thing,
Were you just
actually.
tired?
I fell asleep multiple times playing Gris. But it was still I totally know what you're talking about, but it's still so good.
Yeah.
It was a great. I don't want to talk about this game.
Continue. I mean, it's no Resident Evil, but it's
Yeah.
gonna, it's fun.
I have
Yeah.
insomnia, and Gris saved my life.
Top 10 games put you to sleep.
Oh my goodness.
All right, who wants to talk about Scavengers? Is this the game that's a battle royale?
That game is trash. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not very good. I mean, I played a couple rounds of it. It wasn't very good at all.
Okay, then I did play it. I think during beta, like 2
Yeah, we
games or
played it
something.
and it wasn't very
Isn't it
good.
like a 3-person team?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we
It's
just
not
got
very fun to
fucking
use.
destroyed by everybody.
I have a hard time with BRs.
Yeah.
I hear you. All right, Splitgate.
What even is that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. If we're gonna say we're gonna keep Halo to talk about it as a game, and we're not gonna keep I'm just being honest. If we're not gonna keep Splitgate, the only reason you're keeping Halo is because the name. Like, because it's a better version of Halo right now. It
I
just
don't
is.
agree with that.
I would agree with that personally. But
I would probably say if Halo's around, then Splitgate should be around
Yeah.
Yeah.
for this
I think it should stay
discussion.
around. I just don't think it's better than Halo.
I think,
What if you
and
wanna
Ron
play
has
a-
made this point. If you want to play Halo next year, it's gonna have everything Splitgate has, and it will be better. But right now,
You think
Splitgate has
so?
more.
What's
I don't
missing
think so.
though?
I feel like part of the reason why you play Halo over Splitgate would be you don't want portals, right?
Fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because for
Definitely a
me,
mechanic,
that was
yeah.
one of like the portals to begin with. Yes, they're great. It's really new mechanic. But after a while, you just realize it enables camping like crazy.
Yeah. That's probably the biggest thing that frustrated me about Splitgate after a while.
You'd say the same thing about Fortnite with the building.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but
like
it's
I
a
think
little bit
I
different
think the thing
shooter.
that changes it in Fortnite is when you get close and you're both like building like crazy. That requires so much fucking skill.
but
I would also argue Fortnite and like any battle royale and something like Halo are not really comparable genres.
No, sure.
no.
But if you're gonna say portals help with camping, then building helps with camping. You can build a skyscraper and snipe from there, right?
Why not both?
I think the
Portals and building.
biggest problem with Halo for me right away is the lack of variety in their game modes,
Yeah, I think that's a big
Mhm.
issue.
Yeah.
which I think is what Clown's biggest point is like Splitgate has like 20 game modes.
Yeah,
Sure.
but at the same time, Splitgate's been was in beta for like forever, hasn't it?
Halo
Yeah.
has multiple games in its series. Has
But I
it
mean,
not?
they're both in 1.0
Yes,
now, so I
development.
feel like you can only really compare
Let's just
1.0 and 1.0.
I like Buzzle's point, but that's the counterpoint.
I think you should only compare it, honestly. Like, if a game doesn't have it and it's out, then you have to take it for what it is, right?
Yeah.
Like, saying we'll add it later, they might never add it later.
Yeah.
My biggest problem with Halo is it's just not Strand enough.
I hate you. Needs more stranding for sure.
Yeah.
All right. We'll keep Splitgate. Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. I'll just
I say
mention.
keep. I enjoyed it, but again, it's just one of the few games I played, so I can't.
I'll only mention that I have a slight problem with Mario 3D World because it is literally just a Wii U port.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
just the Bowser's Fury part.
The Bowser's Fury on its own is good. Is it top 10 good? That's the
No,
only problem I have
100%
with
not.
it.
You can remove it, but I
Is
just
it-
wanted to speak my piece about it. I
No,
guess.
it is really fun. Me and Quantum had a blast playing this actually this year.
We still have to finish it.
We
Here's the
should
question.
probably finish it someday.
As somebody who has like 8 hours of flight time coming up, it's 16 hours round trip, is it something I should be buying to play?
I actually played Bowser's Fury on a plane. That's literally how I played it.
Is Bowser's Fury worth it though? Like, do I have to replay 3D World and then?
No,
play?
no, you can play it right away.
Okay, perfect. So
Is
then,
there
yeah.
any other games on Switch you haven't played though? Like
I
Breath
mean,
of the
I have
Wild?
I have Pokemon that I want to finish
Okay.
in Link's Awakening, but
Link's Awakening, dude, is so good.
Man.
3D Super Mario might be more like what I want.
For a flight, yeah.
We all know
Yeah.
you're gonna play it for like a half hour on the flight, then you're gonna sleep, and then you're not gonna actually play it though.
Incorrect.
That's what I do every single time I'm on a flight.
Because the flight is at like it starts at 10, like it's literally during the day, so there's no way
Oh.
I'm sleeping.
Okay.
I'm
Just don't
curious
sleep the
about
night before.
I'm curious about Carl's take because I think he had this as his most anticipated of 2021. And how did this compare to your expectations?
I thought it was awesome. I mean, I didn't have the Wii U version of it, and I thought it was pretty good. But I'd agree. I mean, it's a remake, and Bowser's Fury, while it was good, to me, it doesn't is not like a top 10 for me.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I was gonna say I would put this as my most disappointed in 2021, man, because every time companies come out with a game and they're like, check it out, it's the same game you just played a few years ago, but it's now $60 again, and we added 5 minutes of content. Like, I hate that so much. And I will refuse to buy a game just because I'm like, no, I'm not gonna spend $60. Like when they remastered, Mario Sunshine and it was worse than the emulators. I'm done with that.
So would you say that 3D World itself was like worth $30 just on its own through 3D World?
So I guess how much was this? Was it $30?
This was either 50 or 60. I don't remember.
Yeah, if it was
60
like
when it came out.
$30,
But it's
maybe. I don't know.
both. I'm just saying, like, technically it's a new game that's about 8 to 10 hours of content. I think Bowser's Fury is, if you 100% it.
I guess.
And then 3D World, which is like 20 to 40 hours of content, I guess, depending upon how
Did
good
they
you are.
release that content so you get it separately, or do you have to rebuy the whole thing?
No, it's just one package. That's I guess.
Yeah,
my
you
argument.
have to rebuy the whole thing. But
Oh,
to be
It's
fair,
like the
if
Super
it were-
Mario 3D All Stars or whatever it was called, right?
Oh yeah.
Like that's
Well-
another thing I was like absolutely disgusted with Nintendo for even making, because it's like
I was
if you're gonna make
disappointed that it wasn't a remake of 64. That's all I really wanted, was an actual remake of 64.
Right.
I don't know if they can make remake 64 because like
They 100% could. They did it already on DS.
I
Yeah,
mean-
the DS one was fantastic.
No, it was not.
Yeah, the DS one was. I thought it was fun.
It's
Luigi's
it's-
Casino, man. That's all you play.
Play it now. It's so awful to control.
Yeah, Luigi. I played as Mario, Luigi, and Yosh.
Gosh.
Because it's
I don't know.
Did I hear Loogie?
It's a 3D
Like, I'm not-
game.
I guess see here's my issue with what you're saying, Evan, is like what were they supposed to do? Release 8 hours worth of DLC without the base game? And so
just
that it was
don't
only
send
the
for
DLC?
$60.
I mean, they could have released Bowser's Fury as an online only $30
Well, like
game.
that's what I'm saying. Like, do you think that Bowser's
Yeah.
Fury was worth $60, or do you think that the 3D World?
But you're
was
not
I think
only
the combination is worth $60. I don't think that Bowser's Fury
I
is
don't-
worth 60.
I don't know that Bowser's Fury is even worth half that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's
Yeah.
worth
Right.
that. I definitely wouldn't pay that much for.
But
3D
how many people are like Carl and other like who just didn't have a Wii U or didn't get it on Wii U and now want to try it? Like the
I
Wii U
didn't
is
have
the
a
most
Wii U.
undersold console like
That's-
ever.
That's why
And like
90%.
that's why they're porting everything.
Yeah, that's why most of the Switch's library is just fucking Wii U ports.
Exactly.
And I'm saying that's disappointing when it takes them that long and they still charge full price. I'm not saying I don't understand why they do it. I'm saying that it just seems like,
That's
I'd rather get new games.
Well, you are though. Like there are new games on Switch. I mean, I know this isn't Game of the Year discussion anymore, and we can move on. But
Well, that'd
I
be
think-
why I would say it's not a game of the year for sure.
Well, I mean, I think we're all kind of saying
there, I
different
think
about
we're all
it
saying
anyway.
that. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There we go.
Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. This is an actually fully fledged remake of Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 and Deluxe, I guess. Really fucking solid if you like Monkey Ball growing up, which I did.
I
I
watched you
think,
play it a little bit.
yeah.
No,
I've
I
heard- What?
watched Ron play a bunch of it, and it looked amazing.
It did.
Yeah, it's really good. It's just, to me, it's just a remake of fantastic games, so I don't know that it's top 10, but
Yeah.
I recommend it if you like 3D platformers or Monkey Ball in general, because Monkey Ball is kind of unique in that it's not really like a 3D platformer. Kind of a marbles game. It's really what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like marbles on stream, you'll like.
Not marbles on stream. But yeah, we can remove it. Dark Pictures. We were moving this, right, CRISPR?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It was alright. It was
I'm
probably
gonna keep wanting to play them.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think it was the worst of the three so far, or do you think it was better than one of the
Remind
other
me what
ones?
the last one was.
It
You were
was
in,
the
like,
one
that
where in
bus.
that town.
Yeah, the town.
The bus
Cooperstown.
crashed, I think,
Oh, okay.
and then had that the fucking weird guy from Meet the Parent or We're the Millers.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first one?
The ship.
Man of Medan, yeah, it was the ship.
That one was really fun.
I think that one might be
probably
my
the scariest.
favorite. Yeah, but that one was
So-
also yeah. Go ahead.
No, I just wish it was a little more scary. I don't know.
They've hooked you into their multiverse.
Yeah.
That's the
So
problem.
the guy from We're the Millers, are you talking
The
Jason
red,
Sudeikis?
no, the redhead kid.
Okay. I was gonna be like, Jason Sudeikis is in a fucking video game. What's happening? All right.
Well, who is? Wasn't
I'll
it?
keep playing it.
Wasn't it Ashley Tisdale in this one?
Yes, that
Which
was
was
really
super
weird.
random. Yeah.
Interesting.
Anyway, we can remove them.
They're cool.
I think you can say the line about the medium puzzle.
Medium was trash.
Okay, we're removing that.
Nice.
Commits actual fraud. Who wrote
Who wrote that?
That's me.
Jesus.
I'll just talk about it, Ron. I don't think you want to, but if you do, jump in.
It's Hex with an O, Ron.
Yeah, there's an O. The A is an O. of ocean.
Oof.
Yeah. Listen. This game is a meme. This game is a walking meme with the cutest little pixel art you've ever seen. Bars. Okay. It actually does have really adult themes, though. There's actually like a serious undertone. I swear to God,
Is
you can
tax
look this
evasion
up.
childish? Or?
Yeah, exactly though. Like it tackles real world things. Like there's talk about like nuclear bombs in the background. That's kind of what the background story is. There's the tax evasion aspect of it. There's fighting oppression. There's really adult themes underneath this really memey, jokey game.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 hours long, so there's really no reason not to try it.
Propaganda then.
It is
I mean-
my number 10 of the year, but like we can get rid of it.
The only
Colin,
turn-ups I care
I'm not
about.
gonna lie, you kind of just sold me. So
It's
Try
a
it.
really good palate cleanser. is
It
what
also
you're
has
saying.
overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam.
And I have-
So it's got 95%.
Christopher, I have 36 out of 37 achievements, and I only have 2.7 hours in it. So
See?
Oh my god.
Would you
It's a fun
say?
game.
The only turnips I care about are in Animal Crossing.
Okay.
Sorry.
Would you say you're more woke or less woke?
I would say it's a hard question. It's loaded. I'm more woke, but I have less brain cells.
Yikes. Okay.
That's how you know you're woke.
I'm assuming we're keeping Valheim.
Yeah, probably.
And then Webbed.
Am I the only one that played Webbed?
I've never heard of it.
never
think
heard of
so.
this.
It's
Was
cute.
Valheim 1.0 already, or we're just including
No.
it because?
We're including it because people were really passionate about including it.
Okay.
We can get rid of Webbed. It's a fun, cute little game. It's probably a little bit longer than.
Yeah, this
play,
was
but-
on my wish list, I think. Sorry,
It's,
I
it's
think
a cute little jumping spider game.
98% reviews.
This does
Yeah,
not
it's
seem
really
like a chase kind of game. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really? Why?
I don't know why.
Your
This
Doom
just
style.
doesn't seem like your style.
It's a little puzzle platforming game. It's
Yeah. I don't think I've ever heard of you playing a puzzle platformer before.
and it's got a cute little jumping spider who
Yeah.
can't help but get in with little jumping spiders. And also, you shoot lasers out of your eyes.
Ooh, nice.
That's the one little thing that's weird, but yeah, you go around to little environments and you interact with other groups of animals to help you get your partner back, and you play as the female spider.
Okay.
Oh, so you eat them at the end. Is that a
I don't
spoiler? Okay.
I will say in the Steam reviews it says I like spiders now. It's a picture of Giga Chad and then better than Spider-Man 2.
Wow. If that's not a review, that makes me want to get the game.
Yeah, that's going on my wish list immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun game. I recommend it. It's a fun little game.
Do we want to remove it, or do we want to keep it?
I don't think it's gonna be top 10,
Okay.
but I would definitely recommend it.
All right.
Okay, this list is actually manageable. Surprise.
Yeah.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Where's the
To be fair, this was not a year with crazy good games, so
Yeah. Okay, I want to look at how many we have. We have 20 games. We have to cut 10 of these.
That's not bad. That's not
I think
bad.
we should just leave the list as is. In this order, call it a night.
Yeah?
See you guys
Age
later.
of Empires 4 is Game of the Year.
Yeah.
Fair,
It's
fair. Followed by a
alphabetical.
close
Valheim's the worst.
No, it's 20th. The 20th best game.
Still
this year.
No,
I don't know
it's
what you mean.
the worst.
Yeah, but
All of
worst game
their
year.
games have been removed. They
That's
didn't-
frightening.
Didn't come out. Okay. Does that? So I think at this point we just want to go through and like nominate games for removal until we get down to like. I think when we get down to like a 13, how many honorable mentions do we want?
I
Like
would say
3?
13 or 15 because
Yeah.
either top 10 and then top 5 honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay.
I'll just throw out right now that like I know Valheim's still in like alpha or early access. I am willing for that to be honorable mention, knowing that. But that was a fun ass game to play.
Yeah, it got me through some of the quarantine stuff.
It's a really good game. I am excited to see what it looks like when it is in 1.0.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely.
So I'm cool with doing that. It technically puts it in the top 13, 15, but
I mean, I'm fine with
we
that.
can just kind of list that first in honorable mentions because knowing that.
I think that's most fair.
Yeah, I think that's fair as well. I'm down with that.
I'd like to know more about Archvale and the Chicory game, like to actually, like I think I know what everything else on this list is except for those two for the most part.
Cool.
I mean, I don't think there's really much more to say about Archvale besides what I said earlier.
Yeah. Why don't we just like go off of games that we have personally played and think that
Sure.
maybe it should not be top
All
10?
right, yeah, that's
I
fine.
can say no Imposter Factory, personally.
I'm fine with that as well. It's not in my top 10, but it is one of the best games that came out this year.
Okay, there we go.
I feel the same way about Knockout City. I really enjoyed it, but there's not much to it.
Yeah, and I'm fine with that as well. Yeah.
Agreed.
I only played it like a couple nights and I enjoyed it, but
we had a blast with it. I remember being like, "This might be the new fucking Rocket League." Like,
yeah, I'm sad it wasn't the new Rocket
I never
League,
thought
honestly.
that.
I
I played it because you guys were playing it. I never enjoyed it that much.
I don't see Chicory taking anything over what's left here.
Let me look at where it is on my list. Chicory is number 8 on my list. I think Chicory is better than Guardians of the Galaxy.
Ooh, that's a hot take and a half. That's a hot take. But what is Guardians of the Galaxy better than on your list then here, Ron? Because like, are there other things that you should consider removing?
I mean, I think you could take Forza.
Resident Evil
right?
Village.
Okay, I agree.
And Forza, yeah.
Because Forza was great. It's nothing revolutionary. It's more the same.
Forza, on the other hand.
There's like a meme, Evan. We're revolutionaries.
You can't say revolutionary on this, yeah.
From last time we did this.
Everyone take a shot.
What about Pokemon Unite?
Hold on,
Get
let's
that out of here.
Let's remove Forza, and then
what makes this
Forza.
list?
Village.
Are we thinking about Village? If we get rid of Village too, then let's see how many we have left.
You can't get rid of Village before you get rid of Unite. No way.
I would tend to agree with that statement.
I would make an argument that Village should potentially stay. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So here, who played Village again? Anyone?
Nobody.
Just watched the video of it. Okay, so why is it even
Oh,
on
that is
our
true.
list? So why is it even
mean,
here? Okay.
I don't know.
That's an
How
okay
many of us
argument.
watched the video, I guess?
Why isn't?
Probably all of us,
I
right?
Because if
haven't
you're gonna
seen
be
it.
fair, if
I
we're
haven't
gonna
seen it because I want to play it and I don't want to
Me
get
too.
spoiled.
I'm not saying that like you're wrong when we say Pokemon Unite shouldn't be on the list if we're getting rid of Village, but if we're gonna say one person watched video of Village and me and Chris put 200 hours into Unite, that's a reason enough for it to be here.
True.
I'm fine with
He's
that.
passionate.
I mean, by that logic, Quantum, I played like Football Manager 2022 for like 100 hours. Should it be on the list?
You said to get rid of it.
I mean, because I know that. It's
I mean, just
because
because you love the game, yeah, it doesn't
just
mean.
because I love the game doesn't mean that it's a top 10 game of 2022.
Yeah.
You're right, but you also played like MLB and like other
I
bad
know. I
games,
also played
so, like-
MLB easily for 100 hours.
If I come
like-
back to this list in 2 years and I'm like, oh, I should play Pokemon Unite because we ranked it at 2021 Game of the Year. Like, hell no. You know?
All right, how many games are left right now? Count this shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15. CRISPR and I think I can speak for me and CRISPR and say that we'll settle for it to be under that honorable mentions category.
I hate that.
Well, we'll fight for it to be number 3 if you'd rather do that.
CRISPR, Little Nightmares 2 or Pokemon Unite?
Games that we can talk about.
I'm just saying, CRISPR is the only one that cares about Little Nightmares 2, I think, right?
Mm.
Would you rather put Pokemon Unite or Little Nightmares 2 on there, CRISPR?
Oh my god. That's
I'll respect you, CRISPR. I'll respect you no
I
matter
actually
what.
have them as my 1 and 2, and I couldn't figure out what's better.
Wow, interesting.
See,
Um,
and you guys are talking. See,
to move on, not that we need to, but like I am questioning the potential of Halo and Age of Empires. I'm not saying I don't enjoy those games. I would like to know what other people's thoughts are on them that play them, because I don't know if they should make the top 10 or not. Because there's a lot of games on here I haven't played.
Neither are top 10 for me. Halo just missed top 10,
I think
Okay.
Halo's top 10 for me.
but I think Halo has enough
I'll go
support.
with Halo for me.
Yeah, amongst
So
everyone else.
that's fine. I was also thinking Age of Empires. To me, I didn't play it a ton. I don't know if anybody played it a ton. It's good. It's a great RTS game.
Yeah,
But
but
I
it's
would.
just more Age of Empires, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I
It
don't
is
know if
more
it's.
Age of Empires. Like
I'd probably
for
agree
me,
with
it was
that
Age of
too.
Empires 2 since I've last played it. It was really nostalgic, and I really enjoyed it. But I mean,
Mhm.
Right.
I think
That's where it's
now
at with me. With Age of Empires 4, I have the same thoughts. As that, I just don't know if it's
Were
top
you
10.
were you
Like,
agreeing,
when I'm-
Tencent?
that-
Or
what was that?
were you agreeing, or were you making an argument to keep it?
I was thinking it's probably like I don't think I've played as much games as you guys have, but it's in my top 10 at least. So I
Sure.
personally
Yeah.
really enjoyed it, and it met my like when I got the Age of Empires 2 remastered edition. It was like the graphics kind of threw me off. It's been forever, and I've always been playing these new games like Civ basically to kind of like quench that Age of
Yeah.
Sure.
Empire thirst. And
Yeah.
I think the new Age of Empires really does that for me.
Sure.
If I had numbered my other games, Age of Empires would be 17th on my list this year.
Okay. Like I'd be okay taking it out. I guess like this is like my personal opinion again.
I also think it's 1,000 times better than Pokemon Unite, though. So I mean,
I agree with
yeah.
Tenzin. I mean, I can understand why we take it out. It's probably my most played new game this year, though. I
Age
know
of
you guys
Empires, we're
didn't play it
saying,
a lot,
right?
but yeah.
yeah.
Right. So Age of Empires is probably like thousands of years better than Halo because of its complexity, right? Are we agreeing on that too?
Fuck.
Right? Because if all right, here we go. We're going into the difficulty of comparing a multiplayer game to like basically a single player crazy fucking
Sure.
game, right? So like, where do we draw the line of those comparisons?
Age of Empires is a
For
multiplayer
me,
game.
for me, Halo, if I'm comparing Halo Infinite to Age of Empires, it's gonna be what I enjoy more, and that's 100% gonna be Halo.
You're
Because
fucking right.
as much as I enjoy Age of Empires, when I start playing it, there's just so much to fucking do. And this is just me.
Yeah.
It's more work.
Like
than
it's
it is fun.
overwhelming for me.
I'm kind of in the
So
same boat
I
as you
can't
there.
enjoy it as much as I do Halo.
Halo's a little bit simpler, but it's more fun than, I don't know if it's more fun potentially than Age of Empires 4. It's just more approachable for me to play. That's why I enjoy it.
Evan, if you actually play Age of Empires still, I would love to have people to play with. So just like hit me up. Whatever.
I haven't played in a while, but yeah, whenever you want to play, man, let me know.
Yeah. Okay.
Friends.
Yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to like say that before.
This feels like we're literally gonna bulk delete the bottom 5 like pretty much together because we're comparing the bottom 5, right? That's essentially what's happening right now. And I'm just gonna say if we're gonna get rid of Halo, Splitgate goes hand in hand. So if the bottom 5 is what we're saying is Age of Empires, Halo.
I am super interested in why we think Halo is a bottom game personally, but
well, we're comparing it to the bottom 5.
I don't think Halo's a bottom game.
I think we get rid of Splitgate.
Yeah, I just think we just get rid of
Okay,
Splitgate.
but hear me out. I'm not thinking about it one game at a time now. We're saying Age of Empires is being compared to Halo, is being compared to Pokemon Unite, and I've compared it to Splitgate. So those are the bottom 4 we should just get rid of.
Like I don't know who made the comparison of Age of because you just asked how do you compare Age of Empires to Halo?
You answered that question,
and that's why I answered it by saying Halo is way better than Age of Empires.
Okay,
but we haven't talked about Gunfire Reborn or any of these other games like Inscription or I don't know.
Sure.
I think the reason we're maybe not because maybe some of us like we feel like they're higher up.
At least for me, I think Gunfire and Inscription are top games for sure. At least, do we want to lock certain games in? Maybe we can go.
That's what I was going to ask. Maybe we need to do this opposite.
How do we feel? I think the first. I'll just propose 2 games to lock in: Ratchet and Clank and Metroid Dread.
I confirm that.
Yeah, I haven't played Metroid. I'm fine with Ratchet.
I agree with Ratchet.
You're Ratchet.
Okay.
I'd say Halo's a lock, but that's just me.
I have not played the Halo campaign.
I haven't either, and I'm just going
Is it good? I think Ron, you've played a little bit of it.
Yeah, I played like the first couple hours. It's really good. That's actually
would-
the only reason that I have it above Splitgate personally.
I would.
because
I would.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. If it's good, I would lock it into top 10 personally.
Yeah.
But we don't. Like, people can feel free to say no to that.
Because if we're comparing just multiplayer for both Splitgate and Halo, I 100% understand why Quantum thinks Splitgate is better. Like, I agree with him. But Splitgate's
I
multiplayer
just
is
haven't
better
played
than
the
Halo's
games, so I wouldn't
multiplayer.
be able to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halo as a full package, I would totally understand. Like
Yep.
the single player and everything, yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
But that's not why this friend group necessarily plays it.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah. I mean,
So-
I think I'm the only one that played the campaign, right? So.
I'd say lock in Inscription.
I would agree with you, but
You are the only two who played it, so
Yeah.
if you can rationale real quick, then yes.
it's the most unique. It's literally like a parody of card games almost.
So it's like a card game / roguelite / escape room
RPG.
RPG in the first
Escape room?
several hours. Yeah, I'm not joking.
Plus, it
It's
looks
got
really cool.
The art style is fantastic.
yeah, it's hard to talk about without spoiling
Yeah,
it.
because I really want people to play it and not get spoiled on what happens
Yeah, I'm
after the
probably
first
gonna
act.
play it at some point.
I will.
the mechanics changed drastically.
Because it literally was
partway through
like
the game.
I after that night, Chase, I didn't.
Yeah.
I had to redo my top 10, and I put Inscription at number 2.
Holy shit.
And I haven't even beaten the game yet. Like that's how
Yeah,
fucking good it is.
How easy is it for like a regular gamer that hasn't really played a lot of card games?
I
to
haven't
pick up?
played a lot of card
I
games.
hate card games.
Yeah.
I hate card games, and I loved it.
When you
You
say
haven't-
card games, is it like a deck builder or like what do you mean by that?
It's a roguelike card game. The first part is at least.
Well, I mean,
Like
yeah,
Slay
like
the
there's
Spire-esque or
yeah,
It-
like
it-
because
it's
Slay
really
the Spire
accessible card building.
is a deck building game, and
Okay, so it is deck building.
Kind of.
well,
Sort
I've
of.
never
Really-
played Inscription.
It's got like a path. You have to like choose your path, and like as you're going through like the story, I guess. of the
You
first
like
act,
upgrade cards
You
and
get new cards, you upgrade
yeah, so that's a deck
cards.
building
Yeah.
game. Yeah.
It's a light deck building
It's
game.
it's randomized, I guess, in that
It's
aspect.
not
Well, I
like
was
a
gonna say,
TCG than
like-
like Legends or Runeterra, is what I'm saying.
No, it's
The actual card battles feel very similar to Runeterra. I'll say that much.
Well, I just mean like in Runeterra, you build your deck.
No.
before you play.
Yeah,
No,
you
it's not
don't
like
you don't
that.
do it
Yeah.
before.
As you play.
Yeah.
It's not a living card game. It's
It's
Right.
more like Slay the Spire type
It's
stuff.
got got some pretty cool mechanics too, where like every time you lose a run, like new cards get added and new
Yeah.
mechanics are added to the game essentially.
It's
really
it's
cool.
very much in support of you dying and going through new runs.
Yeah,
That's what
because
the roguelite part's
The
about.
run kind of gets easier, I guess, the more you die, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree
yeah.
with that?
If the people that have played it are putting it as their like number 1, 2, 3, I'd be okay with adding it into like a confirmed.
Mhm. I think
I'd
both
say-
me and Chase have it like either 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, it's my number 1.
Yeah.
I'd say also Gunfire is probably a lock for top.
Gunfire is my number 3.
I wasn't gonna argue it because of how much fun you guys had. Like Gunfire was clearly a presence.
If
I just
Buf was
enjoyed it.
here, I would 100% say like that's a 100% lock because we played the shit out of that this year. It is just me and you really supporting it. I think Puzzle, CRISPR, I think enjoyed it too, and Matt didn't really like it much.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I struggled with Gunfire just because I didn't know what the fuck was going on most of the time.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
the
was
hard
just
part.
playing
Is you
specials the whole time.
Yeah, you kind of dove in when we were already doing like more challenging stuff than the base game.
Right.
So
Is this just like a co-op game or is it just like a MMO kind
yeah,
it's like a
it's a
it's like
roguelike.
Risk of Rain type.
it's Risk.
Yeah.
It's Risk of Rain meets Borderlands. It's probably the best way I'd phrase it.
I wouldn't say Risk of Rain.
Maybe not Risk of Rain. Well, it is
I'd
kind of
say-
Risk of Rain because it
It's
goes level by
also-
level until
Risk
you
of Rain.
fight
Yeah,
a
but
boss at
like
the end.
Risk of Rain, you're like they're like giant worlds, and like you get items, which is more like
you do in Gunfire.
Yeah, you get guns in Gunfire. I
in
would say
Gunfire. Yeah, you get a gun, but you could use that gun the whole run.
Yeah, but you also get those
But
fucking
I think it's-
runes and
It's the skills more that you get in so it's like per character you get different skills and you could make different builds. So it's like a roguelike Borderlands is what I would say.
yeah.
Not Risk of Rain.
So
Okay.
I think yeah. I won't argue that further, but I'm good with locking in Gunfire if everyone else is fine with that.
Yep.
No
Do it.
yeah, I
arguments.
think that's fine.
Okay.
Is So we have 4 up top, and there's a room for 6, right?
Yeah.
I guess, is there any... Do we want to continue to do it this way, or do we want to switch back to, like, is there any games that just seem like they don't belong?
I just want to propose whoever's highlighting Little
Yeah,
Raccoon
It
Man.
Takes Two for me feels like a lock as well.
I feel like it's a has to be. It's not even my top. It's like maybe my top 5 personally, but like it's.
I want to point out that
it's
if we lock
best
in
game.
It Takes Two, that's my top 5. That's in the top
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, I mean, It Takes Two is clearly deserving
It's my top 1, so.
of a role.
I think we keep going down the road of locking things in.
Yeah,
It Takes Two is your number 1, Joe?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
definitely
say
top
lock
5.
it in.
It seems like a lock.
If it's me and
there's
Quantum's
that
top
much.
5 and Joe's number 1, then
Hey, I was wondering about like if you want to play with somebody, do you have to have 2 copies? Or
no, they
No.
are really good about that. This company is, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
You
It
just have to
takes
have
one.
one. It takes
We
one.
need it on 1.
How do you
It takes one, but
how
you
do
can
you,
play.
how do you do co-op? Is it like on one
So-
screen? Is
No,
it...
it's 2 computers. So like one person will just send you what's called Friends Pass for that
Huh?
game, and you download it through that link. And
Oh,
you can
okay.
even go to
Nice.
Steam.
You can just download the friend.
It's either Steam or
Pass.
Epic, and literally
Epic.
download the.
Okay,
It Takes Two
okay. I
Friends
was
Pass.
wondering because I'm probably gonna play that with Liz.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
You, you would really enjoy that with Liz. Me and
It's
Sam played it.
incredible.
Yep.
Actually incredible. The ending blew my mind.
Mhm.
Kind of wish. there were pictures
Oh,
of this
spoilers.
No, it was fantastic. Yeah, highly recommend.
Yeah, and I think we have 2 of us as our like most regretted not buying it. So
So that bottom page just is gonna get deleted, right?
seems like
I mean, New World should probably be a lock.
Do you think so?
I
As
say
far as the
that
MMO
strictly because I mean, when we were playing it, people
It
were
was
having
fun.
a very good time,
Yeah.
and there's still someone amongst us who is a god in it.
Like, how many hours do you all have in it?
Like 100.
What caused you to quit playing it then? I guess would be the
Like, so
question.
That's a good
I
question.
say if you get anywhere near 50 hours, it's a game you enjoyed for a decent amount of time.
I have 101 hours in New World.
Yeah.
So you guys enjoyed it for a while
We
before,
did.
like,
I do
you got
enjoy
to the
it.
before you got to the plateau where it's not as enjoyable as it was at first,
Right.
Yeah.
but it's
For me, it
still
was Binding of
enjoyable.
Isaac.
Yeah, it was just that I felt like I was wasting a lot of my time, I guess. And it wasn't fulfilling. I shouldn't even say that. If there was more variety in the game, then I would maybe feel like it was more fun. But
And
it
maybe
is,
we didn't even get to the point where we hit the variety.
yeah.
yeah, I
but it
think
was very
the 1 to 60 grind
repetitive.
is a really dumb grind. As
Yeah.
far as like the quest, they need to redo the quest to actually make it more fulfilling.
Mhm.
It's the same thing over and over again. I like when I got to 60, like that's when like all the different quests, the dungeons, all the different
Yeah.
things, like all the chest runs you could do for trophies and leveling up, furnishing. These
Mhm.
were all the things that actually like, was a lot more fun. And then like all the strategy stuff with like multiplayer combat with companies and stuff. I know we came together as a group of like 5 or 6 people to play a game. We had no real actual like ability to contest, these areas. We're level 30, level 40.
Yeah.
Like we were doing very minimal like actual content that was actually provided to us.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's also their fault for making the 1 to 60 grind so stupid, but at the same time, again, it's a great game, but I understand if people want to either get rid of it out of the top 10 or at the very least, I think it deserves like a number 10 or number 9 spot.
I agree. Why am I?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
It's not anywhere near my top 10. I think I have it like 20 or 30 or something like that in my list.
Yeah,
but
this is also why I regretted purchasing it because of all of those things that Tenzin just
I think
talked
it has a
about.
lot of potential though. Like it seems like it could become a really good game.
It definitely does. Consider that it was a game that was supposed to be focused on PvP action. There
Yeah.
wasn't supposed to be a story with it.
Yeah, the PvE was added like right before 1.0, right?
Yes,
Right. yeah.
absolutely. That's why it took them like another month or 2 to release.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just hold off for now.
Yeah, it sounds like we don't have enough of a consensus.
It's not an instant remove for sure. So,
I mean,
Or
nothing's
add.
an instant remove at this point.
well, maybe. I'm
Guardians
still down to
Unite.
discuss things. I'm still down to discuss that. I literally said throw it in honorable mentions. Like I don't want to consider it for top 10 necessarily, but I think that me and Christopher played enough of it to warrant the enjoyment outweighed the your guys is not playing it.
For which game?
Pokemon Unite.
Okay.
But I
That's
didn't
the-
want to say that. I actually want to propose something else first before we jump back into that little wormhole. Ron, where did you put Death's Door personally?
I think it's number 6. Let me see.
Okay,
Yeah, it's
because for
number
me
6.
it's top 3 for me.
Okay.
Death's Door, for those of you who didn't play it, was a really fun experience. I don't exactly know how to describe it though. It's like, let's see how they describe it. Let me see how they describe it. It's kind of
I was
okay.
thinking.
It has Metroidvania aspects to it.
Yeah, I was
It
thinking of like
has
top-down Zelda-like games, right?
top-down Zelda, like Souls-like combat, kind of.
Yeah.
I love the camera style, that whole isometric view of the game. That's something I really enjoy. So from like the artistic side of it, I loved it. The music, the environment, the ambience, really enjoyed that. Level design was really cool. The bosses were really enjoyable to fight. Kind of, I don't know. For me, it's just a top 3 game. There are puzzles, the combat. It's just everything was there for me. The graphics. I don't know. It was one of those games that I played and I kind of just absolutely loved it. Like, it is my top 3.
Yeah, I really liked it as well. I think I had it at like number 3 until like Inscription happened and some other games started to pop out.
Yeah.
But
And I will say that I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you do wind up playing it, it connects to something greater than just this game. There's like a post-credit like thing that I keep telling Ron to look at, but he won't.
I have to.
Marvel Extended Universe.
Well,
of course.
I want to play there's like another ending you can get if you play some post-game stuff, but I haven't done it yet, and I want to play that, but I don't want to spoil the ending. Why don't just spoil it? Because he's like, fuck playing this game I love more, you know?
Well, yeah, because it's really grindy, that last
Sure.
set of things to do. So I didn't want to put that into it, but I mean, if I'm happy, I'm content if this makes it into top 10. I won't talk anymore probably for the rest of this because my top 3 are there.
I mean, I'm passionate about that, but it's just me and you.
Yeah.
And mine's in the middle of the road. I guess from the sound of it, then, I don't know. Little Nightmares 2 and Archvale feel like the only games that are weirdly still here with one supporter, right?
Yeah, I'd be willing to just concede honorable mentions for our trail.
Well, we're not necessarily saying honorable mentions, unless we're going 15 honorable mentions.
Why don't we just toss the ones into honorable mentions and then delete those later?
Well, that's too.
I feel like
complicated.
honorable mention is a good place for those games because they only have one supporter.
Yeah.
And like we can't accurately put them like unless
because we can't really.
Unless either of you guys are like, oh my god, Archvale is the best game ever made, or Little Nightmares 2, which I don't think either of you are. But like I think that's a good place for them. If we're deciding to get rid of them.
Played it in February.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's so hard to fight about it because I don't even remember. But I played. Yeah, I think it was like it took me 8 hours compared to the first one. It was like 4 hours.
I think I watched you play most of it too.
Yeah, it was a lot more spoopy.
Yeah. Big no. Okay. I mean, if you want to go with that logic, we can just start throwing everything in honorable mentions. It just depends on whether you guys care if they're ordered in honorable mentions or not.
No, really.
So
I would put it above Valheim if we are going to order it.
Oh, see, he does care. He does care.
Care a little bit, huh?
Okay, so I'm going to say, objectively speaking, when I look at the rest of this list, I believe Pokemon Unite falls below these contenders. I love it. It's in my top 10. Right now, CRISPR's upset, but I objectively looking at the rest of these games, it's hard to compare sometimes because they're all in different categories and genres, but I can recognize greatness from a list.
Mm-hmm.
And even though our list is slightly subjective, right, because it's about our enjoyment of the games, I would be willing to put Pokemon Unite in honorable mentions. And that's as far as I'm going to go, so you should take it. So you should...
CRISPR?
Get it out of here. Just kidding.
I did it, but if you want to fight me, CRISPR, you feel free to.
I don't know. Both of my top games are in honorable mentions, so I guess that's better than deleting.
What was both your top games?
Little Nightmares 2 and Pokemon.
Oh, I see.
But I mean,
Pokemon
you
Unite
also
the
did
mobile one, right?
play like 4 games this year, CRISPR.
Yeah, that's why I can't really argue. We played like 100 and something hours of Unite.
We did. No, I hit the highest possible rank. I love this game.
Yeah.
You ever tried a real MOBA?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I don't disagree
I'm
with that
messing with you,
statement.
dude.
You're right,
No,
though. You're right, though.
I get the I can understand the enjoyment and like I get the passion because like there's just something about MOBAs that you don't get from like other co-op games. And like so I absolutely can agree. Like I bet you that game would be probably my top as well if I had ever played it, but I
Is that
purposely
your
avoided it because I know my problem with MOBAs.
Yeah.
is that your favorite MOBA then?
Me?
Yeah. Or you
Um.
and CRISPR, if you've both played different MOBAs.
Ooh, I like Smite a lot. So
Yeah,
that's
I do
hard.
too.
That's
Oh,
a hard.
Smite is pretty fun.
Smite's really good. Yeah. Ooh,
I
Ron, what are you doing there?
I was just thinking, like, I feel like I'm being a dick because I realize I'm the only one that fucking cares about Chicory, and we just did Little Nightmares 2 for the same reason. So I think Chicory should move to honorable mentions as well. Right?
Okay.
Same
I
with
think
Archvale,
Chicory,
too, right?
having looked about, yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Because like those games both look good to you, right? But you just haven't played them, so it's hard to
Exactly.
actually compare.
But
so it
Chicory,
feels...
I can believe would be one of the contenders if people had played it.
Sure, yeah, and
I mean,
I'll
you
just
could say the same thing with like a lot of other games we got rid of. Like if
Yeah.
I had played Resident Evil 8, I would have 100% fall for like.
Yeah,
top
if
four.
you had played RE8, that's kind of the reason I wanted you to play it before this. I think it would be top 10, but because me and Tenzin would have also backed you up.
Oh,
So-
now I'm like rethinking everything as far as like how I'm considering it. So like I enjoy things that are just massive in production, have a lot of like things to do. So that's why I kind of have like New World and like Age of Empires 4. But then just I'm curious about like whether or not that makes it necessarily a good game, because Age of Empire 4, like I've mentioned this multiple times, it's because I'm so nostalgic of it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I'm a big.
I just want someone to argue against me, I guess.
See,
Just
for
trying to find
me, the reason I would put a game in top 10 is, did it provide me more enjoyment than everything else I played?
Yeah, bang for your buck kind of thing.
It's like a mix of a lot of things to me, I guess, because some of it has to do with like how innovative the game was, how like if I think about this particular video game in 3 years, if I think about this year in video games in 3 years, am I gonna remember this game specifically? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like me and Matt had this argument a long time ago about Horizon and Breath of the Wild because Matt was arguing hard for Horizon being better than Breath of the Wild. But I think
Right,
I
but-
think now that it's been a few years, you're like, okay, you're right. Breath of
Looking
the
back
Wild.
at it, yeah, it's very clear that Breath of the Wild was probably the better game, even though, and the reasons why I was a lot like what you guys were saying was like, well, Horizon has a lot better story, where like Breath of the Wild basically has nothing in that department, and like to me, those were like there was reasons why like Breath of the Wild was a more well-rounded game and had like I don't know if it was higher production value necessarily or like if we want to say that, but like there was more to the game in my opinion than Breath of the Wild, where all Breath of the Wild was like what doing dungeons and well not even shrines I guess and like finding fucking Korok seeds. But you know what I mean, like Breath of the Wild wasn't like that crazy and fighting bosses, but like
But
looking back at it,
like a brand new game, or was it like a remake? I don't know anything about it.
Is what?
so Age of Empires is an RTS.
Oh.
So they originally were like from like what the 90s,
Yeah.
and then they Age of Empires 3 was like in the mid 2000s I think, and it kind of flopped. I don't know if people loved it.
It was like
It was-
early 2000s.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was gonna say it's
so,
been 20 years basically since they've made
Yeah.
Age of Empires.
So like they just hadn't made one for
In
a
like
long
20
time.
years.
So that's
Yeah.
a brand new game,
Yep.
Yep.
right? Oh, okay. Because he mentioned nostalgia, and I'm pretty sure Black Ops last year made the list because
Because of nostalgia, yeah.
So my argument, I guess, against Age of Empires would be that I didn't play it a ton, but I don't know that it's totally different than any of the other Age of Empires in such a way that makes me be like, oh my gosh, this game is amazing in
think
like a top 10. But that being said, I still think it's a really good game, and it's in terms of RTSs, like what other options are there that are recent for that type of game?
Yeah,
Like nothing.
exactly.
And like
StarCraft.
I think
when
one of the
Star-
issues.
when did StarCraft
StarCraft
come
came out
out?
like 10 years ago.
Right, like you know what I mean? Like there's just
Yeah.
there's nothing else, and like not saying that that's why it should be top 10, but like
No, I know.
it doesn't need to do something different because there hasn't been something like that in a long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is like I think one of
Right.
the issues nowadays with like making new games or like making sequels is like they're always trying to add new things, and like adding new things doesn't always make a game better. Like sometimes it's just refining what you have.
Exactly. And that's what Age of Empires 4 does, or at least tries to do.
Because like one of my big examples for that is always Dead Space. Dead Space 1 was a great game.
Yep.
But Dead Space 2 was so much better because they refined it so much. And
Sure.
like they took the things that were already good and made them better. Like they didn't like completely add new things that were like trying to make the game different than other games. They just made the game they already had better.
And then they fucked it up with Dead Space 3, right?
And 3 was trash because of that, yep. Because they added a bunch of new stuff that they didn't need to.
There's innovating in a sequel versus innovating in a new game though too. Like
Yeah.
Right.
Inscription,
yeah.
that's top 2 for me and Ron, you know, and that's a totally different game I feel like than what we played.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I get what you guys are
So
saying.
like that's why but what I'm trying to say is that kind of like applies to like nostalgia. So like with Halo, we have a game that's pretty much the same as like some of the other Halos we've had, but
With a few
I
tweaks.
kind of feel like they refined it, and it's like the gameplay in Halo is really smooth.
Mhm.
Like yeah, the time to kill is kind of long, but like I feel
mean,
like
it's
it to
Halo.
me it feels like Halo. Like it feels really good.
They didn't modernize it where it's like Call of Duty or Battlefield.
Yeah, they're not like, oh,
Short
let's add
gameplay
all this stuff where your guy could transform into a fucking robot and fucking fly across the field or something.
Titanfall is a better game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Agreed.
let's not compare Halo to Titanfall because you will lose that battle.
Also, like to be fair to Halo, is like they tried to go in a different direction a little bit with like Halo Reach and Halo 4, and it was terrible.
Yeah.
Like this feels a lot more like Halo 3 than any other Halo has for a long time, and like Halo 3 is, I mean, got to be like maybe a top 5
And I
multiplayer
kind of
shooter
feel like
game of all time.
that's what everybody wanted. They wanted like an old feeling Halo. Like
Yeah, and this hits it for me. I agree with you. This reminds me a lot of Halo 3.
So
I haven't played since Halo 2, and I picked it up and immediately felt this is Halo.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
This is Halo. I can tell it's just Halo with a few little extra power ups and grappling hooks.
This is a series that is entirely fueled by nostalgia, though, in a weird way. If you think about it, because that's why Quantum doesn't like it.
That's
right?
why I don't like it.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. It's not my criticism with Halo, this one. It's my criticism probably with the whole franchise.
Yeah.
I mean,
and that's fine. It's a stylistic thing I just don't agree with. You guys love. You know what I mean? That's fine.
Yep.
But that's where my roots come from.
I just wanted to very quickly interject that we only need to remove one game. Of
Yeah,
these
I was
6.
going to say that.
If we're voting, I vote remove Age of Empires.
Wouldn't it be Splitgate?
Quantum.
Or
I say
Splitgate. Where did you put Pokemon Unite, Quantum?
Should we all vote?
On my list?
We could do a vote here.
Can I ask for just a little bit more information about Guardians of the Galaxy? Because that's the one game we have not talked about at all.
No, that's fair. And I'll start, Ron. You finish though, because like you have more time in it. So as a Marvel head, right? That's a key thing here, right? This hits my consumer segment. Love Marvel. Love everything about Marvel. Guardians of the Galaxy feels like I'm literally in the movies Guardians of the Galaxy. Obviously, it's not the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's following the comic books instead. But the what I love most, the first thing that struck me, right, was that the banter between the Guardians.
Yeah, it's 100%.
It's literally them.
It feels lived in the world because of the banter that they like have already.
you just feel like you're there. You are a guardian of the galaxy, and
Yeah.
like the combat is fun, right? I thought I would hate the combat because you have to like essentially call your guardians to use their attacks while you're playing as Star-Lord.
Yeah.
But it's actually really enriching.
No, it's really fun.
It's really fun. Yeah,
I mean,
there's
all
different
you-
mechanics. Yeah, go ahead.
All you really do with Star-Lord is just shoot your gun, but like you have to like push a button and then you interact with every other single character, so you can do like a bunch of different like effects using all 4 of the other guardians as well.
Yeah, and there's puzzle mechanics with that too. So not just are you attacking with them, but you might need their specific abilities to unlock
Yeah,
part of
like
the map.
hey, Gamora, cut this part of the map so I can
Yeah.
press or whatever. Yeah.
And then there's also choices involved. I'm not sure how much those choices have in terms of the impact of your storylines, but you can choose to, for example, put what's the name, Rocket in a cage or Groot in a cage, and like I don't know if that makes them mad at you later in the story. We're kind of seeing that there are effects there, but not sure how impactful they are in the end.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a lot to it, and it feels like a really great game. I know that it won Best Narrative. I think it was the category.
Yeah,
It's
storytelling is fantastic so far.
Yeah,
I'm only half done, but I am pretty addicted to it. It just so happens I'm playing literally some of the best games this year, all this week. Otherwise, I would have grinded the fuck out of it and finished it by now.
So yeah, I mean, I would consider it in my top 10.
It is. I'll just add that it is literally number 9 on my list, so it's not like way up there, but it is.
It's in the middle for me. Yeah, it's not the top 3 or anything like that.
Yeah.
Fine. We just hadn't like talked about it at all except for the beginning. I just like wanted
some
more
right.
context because I wasn't going to be able to vote for it or against it without.
Okay. Do
I
you?
don't like that Splitgate would make it and Pokemon not Quantum.
I agree. I fully agree with you. And I am pretty much the only one. I think I did want to hop onto that conversation of Halo real quick with the Splitgate topic, because Splitgate I feel like is an opportunity to talk about how innovation went right. It just might not have hit for this group of people. Because I think that the portals. Yeah, I think that the portals were fantastic. I hate this type of game, right? I hate Halo. I hate this genre. This game captured me. Loved it. Don't know why really, but it was something
that
about
arena
it.
shooter. It's that fast-paced arena shooter.
It was fast, yeah.
If it had Halo in the title, would you have still loved it?
No, I probably wouldn't have, and that's why I think that that's a valid point, and that's why I kind of said I hate the franchise more than anything.
But I wouldn't even say it's like Halo. I don't know. It's faster
not.
than Halo.
It's
more like Unreal
definitely like Halo, but it's
The-
I don't know what it is about it.
It's
like
COD, Halo, and Portal.
It's
in a
Unreal
game.
Tournament in Halo. Is what
That's
it is.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
That's why I liked it, because I like arena shooters. I like that fast-paced, real trigger or hair trigger movement, and then adding in some Halo mechanics, and then Portal, it really hit that for me.
Yeah.
Um.
But at the same time, I recognize we're not going to win that argument over Halo.
Well, I mean, like my argument for that would be like, if Splitgate really was even like a competitor with Halo, don't you think the player base would kind of be the same size?
I mean,
that's
considering it's also
factor.
it's also been out for like a while longer than
Halo has the name though.
Yeah, Halo's just kind of that name where everybody knows Halo, so it's
Yeah.
hard to compete. Is Splitgate on Splitgate's cross-platform?
It is on console. Yep.
Okay.
Are you taking player base account into your Game of the Year award though?
I wouldn't personally. But...
No.
Boy,
For me, like I've said before, it's just enjoyability, and I enjoy Halo way more than Splitgate.
I wouldn't say I enjoy Halo way more than Splitgate. Multiplayer, I enjoyed more on Splitgate. 100% agree.
Yeah, as a whole package, it's hard to say because Halo does have the single player that's the Halo single player that is good.
But Halo does have big team battle, which I do really enjoy. That's the other thing.
I think I'd be okay with moving New World to honorable mentions actually now.
Completely different.
I mean, like, I think we're at a point where these are all really, really good games, and everyone's really just like, just
passionate.
I'm
Yeah.
not gonna. I'm
Passionate.
not gonna let Tenzin make that motion though, because we don't one need to do that, and two, I think New World belongs on that list more than I think Halo.
I
does.
feel like it's weird to have both Halo and Splitgate. I kind of agree with you.
I agree with that, and
Splitgate
I'm.
has T-Bag confirmed, therefore
That's
it's
true.
the better game.
That is true.
But if I had to pick one, I'm picking Halo. That's the unfortunate thing.
Even though you like multiplayer Splitgate more and you've barely played single player.
Yep.
It's weird. It's a weird argument, right?
It's
Am I just
strange. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And they're in
Get rid
solidarity
of
with you,
get rid
though.
of Splitgate.
There it is.
It was my number 2, but yeah, I'll.
Splitgate was?
Yep, it was.
Your
my
number 1 was Halo, wasn't it?
No, he apparently had it above Halo.
That would be a list.
Halo was my number 4. I've only played 7
Oh,
games.
okay.
though,
I'm
so-
sorry. I'm sorry.
Are we?
I'm not too passionate about either one, so I'm fine with however you guys want to do it.
Yeah, that's kind of the boat I sit in as well. But I'm also cool with removing either AOE 4 or Guardians of the Galaxy. Like that's.
I mean, I say take AOE 4 out. If it's just me and like Tenzin, like it was that played it a lot, like I don't think it really belongs there. Then
It's a tough.
I mean, I would much rather see Splitgate or Halo go out than, or I would much rather see Age of Empires make it and not have Halo and Splitgate both in there.
We don't need to remove anything else. Just move the
That's
bottom
fine.
5 to the top 5.
Okay, I just felt a little strange about it.
No,
as
because
well.
I agree. I like diversity in the list. I like keeping Age of Empires, even though I don't care for it at all.
Yeah.
As long as we have that. Look, I mean, like you already see it. Like, look at all the different kind of games we have. I think that's important too because it strikes the diversity of the group.
Do we? Okay, is there an argument to be made that this is top 5, this is bottom 5? Not necessarily in this order.
No, I agree because we spent a ton of time.
I
Arguing
think
about
the
these
only
ones.
the only one that might be different would be New World if people.
I don't think so. I think New World's.
There's been a lot of issues with New World that would like it would be a slap in the face for everyone that quit the game and was like truly frustrated with it to put it in the top 5. I think you keep it like a top 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
We just see the honorable
Nice.
mention. I mean, I could just look at it too. Hold on. I just want to see everything here. I'm just thinking, right? Like, was there anything that maybe should have been on the list and like that we could switch? But I don't think so.
How do you feel about Valheim? You guys played Valheim. I didn't. How do you feel about Valheim versus New World?
I feel very passionate
World-
that Valheim should be in honorable mentions.
So
Yeah, as much as I liked or loved,
I mean, the
Valheim
year-
over New World, it's definitely an honorable
The year
mention.
Valheim actually goes 1.0, it's going to be top 10.
I think
no matter
that's
what.
exactly. Yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it.
Like maybe even if we don't play it that much that year, I mean, like once it goes 1.0, I'm assuming there's going to be enough new things to keep me engaged for a while. Because me and Liz played New World, like just us two, for like 100 hours.
You mean Valheim?
Valheim, yeah, never mind.
Say, Puzzle played New World?
Like that game is like really good.
I soloed the whole thing.
Nice.
And it kept me engaged the whole time. So
Does anyone feel that any of these 5 games belong in the top 5?
Which ones?
These 5.
Bottom versus top.
No.
I
would
think
think
that's
so.
or
A
I think
random
that's where it
question:
belongs.
is there a name for that type of progression that the Valheim and Terraria have? Like there needs to be a name for that type of progression.
Boring?
No.
Sorry, I was trying to figure out the word you're looking
It
for.
is. I mean, it's sort of Metroidvania-ish, but open world in a weird.
Isn't it just like a crafting game?
It's like a 3D.
Yeah, because
Not just a
you're
crafting game.
because you're like you craft like certain like weapons and armor, and then you kill a boss, and then that unlocks new weapons and armor.
Would you not
Like a dungeon crawler?
Man, it's like a 3D open world craft survival Metroidvania. In a weird sense of the word, because like you have to get things to progress to the next area, right?
Yeah.
And get the new.
And like you find a new area and you take the materials from there.
Yeah.
And that helps you unlock new stuff. to get to the next area and kill the next
And
boss.
there's a boss. Yep, that gates that. I don't know. That's an interesting question, though.
Make sure to stay tuned for our next podcast on game progressions.
Okay, so we feel like this should be bottom 5. Do we want to start by numbering the bottom 5 and then numbering top 5? Or do we want to go the way around?
Let's start bottom 5.
Okay.
Why would we start with the number 1?
Let's just
We
name one
did
first,
that
and then
last
we'll go
year,
down.
I think. I think we did Hades first.
Yeah, because we all knew that.
Maybe it was
that's what
just
we're
And
gonna
the year
do.
before that, I think it was God of War. Just unanimous number 1. But this one might not be as unanimous, so.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and play more games this year.
Yeah?
I mean, I'm already written down some of these that we've talked about today. Like,
oh yeah.
That's
No,
kinda
but I
what
mean
like
like
most about
games that
this.
come out this year, so that
I'll play them in 5 years when they're $5.
How do you guys feel about GOG or Guardians of the Galaxy? Like, I feel like I'm putting Age of Empires and Halo because of their nostalgia,
Mhm.
not necessarily completely based off of their gameplay.
I think number 10 here would either be Guardians or Age of Empires.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm fine with that too.
Not New World.
I would think New World, but it's.
I haven't played New World, so I have no idea.
I've
I don't
played
know.
more
I'm
New
a-
World than I did of the other two.
I'm okay
Yeah, I was
with.
gonna say.
Yeah,
But
that's
did you have a
true.
more enjoyable
oh,
experience?
like used
I
to
thoroughly enjoyed New World when I played it.
It sounds like almost all of you have like almost hundreds of hours in New World.
Yeah, I
Like,
mean
how many of
that's
you have
that's
played
fair.
Age for
That's
5
fair.
hours, right?
It's a love-hate relationship, I think, with any like super grindy games.
Yeah.
But if it
I
kept you able
If
to
the
play
grind
it,
kept you
right,
playing.
then how can you say it's actually that bad, right?
Yeah, but you're spending 30 hours cutting wood.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
but
shit. That,
are you enjoying cutting the
But
wood?
I did
though?
enjoy cutting wood. That was like my skill. I loved
I enjoyed the thought of having 200 logging.
Yes.
That drove me to keep playing for 30 hours cutting wood.
All right.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's
why
not
did you?
even- That's not even that bad of a grind.
Which reminds me of
But okay.
RuneScape.
It was
Yeah.
RuneScape. It was.
I was
3D
gonna say,
RuneScape.
like, try doing like thousands
I mean-
of laps for
RuneScape
99
is
agility.
It was
Alright,
kind of the
it's
same
not.
thing in Valheim though, where you're like, oh, I gotta cut like a million trees to get enough wood to build my house.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's the same with everything. What do you do in Pokemon?
True.
No.
I kill my
Enjoy the
enemies.
game.
I slaughter them.
Enjoy the game.
Anyways,
You gotta get your EVs all.
Punch the air because it's not.
you do not. To beat Pokemon, you don't have to do shit with EVs.
Yeah, I have Age of
If you
Empires.
want to
as
beat
number
me, you
10.
do.
You have what?
Age of Empires is number 10.
You do? Okay.
I'm happy with that bottom 5, but I
this is-
know people are gonna argue Halo up one, right?
I
Mm,
wouldn't necessarily.
no. I'd say even down one maybe, but
I.
not that much fun with New World or
I'm
Guardians.
okay with
of-
Halo where it is.
Yeah, I personally like this order, but if anyone has an argument.
I like this order.
So I haven't played like 3 of these games, and I think it's fun. But I think it's okay. I would put Halo above Age of Empires personally, so that's fine to me. And you guys have made the right arguments for ordering the other ones, in my opinion.
Okay.
Locked in.
5
Top 14, let's go.
Yeah, but now we have to do 4 more. So
Fuck! I hate this. I don't know why it didn't paste. Here, I gotta put it here. That's why I'm stupid. There we go. Okay.
And
That
then
was
the-
actually a lot faster than I thought for the bottom 5.
Yeah.
I just had to order them and then let you guys look at it for a bit and feel really good about it.
Good.
Okay.
I have played none of these games.
And I
I've
heard
played
it takes
10
a lot of
hours of
convincing.
Gunfire, and that's it.
You
Out of
played
all
10
the games.
hours? I thought you played like maybe like 2.
Yeah.
It was a couple. It was like a week. But
Okay.
that's the only game I played on this top 10.
Same. No, I played Halo. And Age of Empires.
I'm gonna throw out Inscription as 2 or 3 paired with these other ones. Probably not 2, probably 3.
I was gonna say Gunfire's 2 or 3.
I love the visuals for It Takes Two, at least, as far as just pure. Ratchet and Clank and It Takes Two looks like the most beautiful games out of these 5.
I will. Here, I can just look at my list. So I have Ratchet as number 1.
I have Ratchet as number 1. Or actually, I have Metroid as number 1, but Ratchet's number 2. So same.
And I have Inscription
Yeah,
as 2. I have Gunfire as 3. It Takes Two is 5, and Metroid's 4. I don't know why I did that backwards, but that's at
think
least my
Ratchet.
personal list.
I think Ratchet's number 1. Just saying.
Yeah, but it's just me and you.
I mean,
think
I
other people
I would
can
probably
respect
consider
that.
Oh,
I mean,
and Matt, I guess.
I mean,
I
I
was gonna say
watched
that's-
you play it, and it did look really good.
So the
Ratchet
thing I
and
like
Clank's one of those established brands, right? They
It
know what they're
is.
doing. They've got it refined pretty
Insomniac.
good. They refine it.
No, I
each
think
time
Ratchet
more.
and Clank is also kind of in the nostalgia territory.
Agree. I would say I
Maybe
haven't
maybe
played
not
I
for
haven't
you
played
It
because
is
you
for
haven't played
me,
any before.
but the other two that played it didn't have
Yeah.
nostalgia for it.
So when Ron argued that the last Ratchet and Clank game should be top 10, it was only because of nostalgia, and he's gonna hate me for saying that, but like this game is just so much better in so many different ways.
I think that-
Like
yeah.
I don't know. It's Ratchet
It's-
was. I didn't make a list necessarily, but Ratchet was easily my 1 out of probably like the 9 games I played this year.
What's funny is if I were to order all Ratchet games, this would probably be like 4th place.
Oh wow.
Nostalgia's a powerful thing.
What is up your arsenal in your list? Because that's the only one that I've played.
It's probably I said that without actually having thought about it fully, but it's probably 1 or 2.
Nice.
Up Your Arsenal is
2?
one of the best
It's
games.
up there.
Yeah.
I think
really liked
number
it.
1 is
I didn't
Crack
really-
in Time. Crack in Time is really fucking good.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't played
Ratchet
the
and
other ones.
Clank tier list. Let's go.
The thing I like most, not most, the thing that I think is understated in terms of Ratchet and Clank's greatness is that it utilizes the PS5. So not just is it a great game, right? Stylistically, combat, story, blah blah blah, but it uses the controller, the new DualSense controller, the SSD, the load times in this game. They don't exist.
It's insane how beautiful it is. Yeah.
So like
and
it's
how-
not just
I
a great
don't
game.
I don't think, at least in my opinion, I don't think load times in a game should ever be considered.
It's not
No,
about
but
the
this
load
is-
time. It's about going into a new world because you're rifting into it instantly.
There's
Yeah.
literally no screen.
Like the
I'm not saying
entire
load time
world
of
changes
the
around
game.
you. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it just utilizes the technology of today to give us a better experience.
Yeah, that's fair.
So this might just be me, but to me, the number 5 should be Gunfire Reborn. But
I think number
Like-
5 should be Metroid Dread.
Ugh.
As
I've
good
never
as
been
it
a
is,
fan of
it's
the
it's
Metroid
just
series, yeah.
another Metroid. Like it's just
No.
another Metroidvania.
I mean, I can say the same thing. Literally, we were talking about Risk of Rain 2 earlier, and you were like, "Oh, if Risk of Rain was on here, then Gunfire wouldn't be as high."
but it's
and
not on
like-
here, so Gunfire
But
is
like,
higher.
but like, what? So why are we? If there's a game out there that does the same thing but a little bit better, like
This is Game of
why
the
are?
Year award.
Well,
I-
remember
I
when I
personally-
described Gunfire Reborn, I said it's a
Yeah, that's
a
true.
roguelike Borderlands. I didn't compare it to Risk of Rain.
I also personally think Gunfire is way better than Risk of Rain, but that's just me.
I didn't
You
play
also
the-
you also had people in here that played Gunfire, like myself and like CRISPR, and didn't necessarily love it.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as you guys loved it, like to me, Gunfire is way under Halo Infinite and Age of Empires 4.
Okay. Does
But
someone?
like, I know I'm not gonna like win that argument, obviously, and like I accept that, but I don't know that it should be like top 3.
Buzzle, would you say Gunfire would be your number 1 this year?
It's I mean, of the games I played, it would be my number 1.
Okay. It Takes Two is Joe's number 1. Inscription is Chase's number 1. Dread is Quam's number 1.
But I'm okay to concede that.
Actually,
I
was
just
it
don't
your
think
number
it should
1?
be. It was my number 1, but I don't think it's number 5. Right?
Rat-
Like
and
I'm willing to
Ratchet.
move it around.
Is my number 1. And Little Nightmares 2 is Christopher's number 1. Sag.
Oh, you poor anonymous Ifrit. Poor thing.
Poor thing.
Where's number 1? He was
You make me
number
sad with
1.
that, Christopher. Would you maybe
No,
agree, though, that, like, playing more games maybe would make that change?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well, it really sucks because I played it in February. I feel like
Yeah.
if I played it later in the year, I would have made a better argument.
Sure. Oh, that's fair.
Oh well.
Hey, this year
Okay, let me
you'll play with
let
more
me let me
games.
introduce a new thought. Right? I am loving this idea of Inscription. I already have it on my wish list since you guys talked about it. You sold me on it. But I kind of like know and have watched reasons for the other 4 being better than it. Okay? Either having played it, having watched people play it, having seen your guys' enjoyment of the other games. Inscription is a very recency effect game. You guys just played it.
If we're going purely based off of innovation, Inscription is easily the best game of the year.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
don't disagree with you on that.
Revolutionary.
But having watched you guys play other games longer, I don't
It's
know.
not a long game though. It's an
a
experience
roguelike.
game.
Well, it's not a roguelike. They're adding the roguelike side of it, but
Right.
it's a
It
story
has
game, isn't
roguelite
it?
aspects.
Yeah, it's a story game that has roguelike elements in it, but they, like you said, yeah, it has a roguelike mod that someone made.
Yeah, well, so the developer actually it's a beta branch of the official.
Yeah,
game,
that's what I'm saying.
but-
They're adding the roguelike
Yeah,
side
they're adding
to
a
it,
full roguelite part of the game.
which I could see. Like with card games, it's 100% like a viable option to do rogue. Like I don't know. I when it first came out, I thought it was a roguelike.
And that's one of the, I don't think that's one of the tags. No, it's not.
So go ahead.
As far as our number 1 game, since this is getting a little difficult, why don't we just say our number 1s and 2s?
Yeah,
Each
that's
we can try
fine.
to figure out.
I'm gonna go ahead and just like shuffle this down a little because I
I'm
think
fine with that.
Quantum said that he
You've
doesn't.
sold me.
Yeah,
That's
I was gonna say Quantum said that he doesn't feel as passionate about that.
How about we do, of the people that played these games, what would you rank 1 and 2? Because like I've never played any of these games, so I feel like my opinion's not really gonna be
Yeah, I mean I
helpful.
played all 5 and it's ordered 1 and 2 already.
I didn't play Ratchet and Clank, but I just from what I know Ratchet and Clank is, I would think it'd probably be number 1.
Yeah, I mean it is more Ratchet and Clank, and that's, I mean, part of it is Ratchet and Clank is literally my favorite video game series ever, so I'm always going to be biased in that aspect. But
I'm not biased. I've actually never played any of the Ratchet and Clank games. I do know how good they are. I've just never played them. But so there's no nostalgia or bias really there. I do know that they do good. So
sure.
I would
If
say
I had a PS5, I'd be playing Ratchet and Clank. Those were like my childhood favorite games too, and like I love them growing up, so it's nostalgia for me. But like it does just look amazing.
Well, okay. Is anyone? I know Joe's muted right now, but I don't know if he's actually here. Does anyone feel super passionately about It Takes Two other than Joe?
I played it. It's great. It does a lot of really cool things. It mashes a lot of genres together. It's a great emotional experience. It's great to play with a friend, right?
Yeah.
Or a significant other, or just someone random on the internet, I'm sure too.
That sounds
But
like
like it does sound like Pokemon Unite. No, but it's a great game, and it was an early year release.
Yeah.
Having played newer games since then might have contributed to falling it like lower on my list.
Yeah.
It's on right now. Number 5 is where it is on my list.
Yeah.
Um,
That's maybe the point I was getting at. Is it's really good, but I think that it's number 5 on my list as well.
Also take into consideration this is the top 5 games of the year. These are all good
fantastic games.
Yeah,
It's number 5. Sounds like.
I would agree with that.
If we're okay.
Josh
with
doesn't
that.
like vote in here. Yeah, I feel like.
Yeah, I was gonna
that's
say
what
if he doesn't chime in, then that's really all we can do. All right. I would personally swap Metroid Gunfire, call it a good.
that makes me happy.
Well, do we need to talk more about like the top game of being Ratchet and Clank?
Do we feel okay about that? Because
I know there's a lot of people here that it's number 1 for, but that doesn't necessarily mean it should be the number 1.
Sure.
Who
I mean, I thought I gave it a pretty good elevator speech.
Well, and Chase said he was okay with it too. Both me, Quantum, and Chase.
Sure. Then I'm fine with it then. I just wanted to
I
make
think
sure
it's
before
fine.
we just made that
And
assumption.
I'm guessing of the games that are on this top 5, Matt, is probably your favorite one as well, right?
I mean, the only two
Yeah.
that I would argue should be. I mean, right now I think Gunfire should be 3rd, and Metroid should be 4th. but that's
I-
me.
I'll talk about it, sure,
I think
but-
that's the only thing we need to.
Flush out.
We haven't
flush
talked
out.
much about Metroid, to be honest.
Yeah, I still don't know what basically what it is.
Because like, what was the biggest new thing about Metroid? Was it like, it was mainly the robots chasing you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that's the.
And was
gimmick.
that
The
really?
stealth horror, the stealth
the
horror
first
aspect of it.
Was
new
that
3D
really?
Metroid in like 20 years or
Was
something.
that really such a big thing that it's?
Yeah, it
Not
was.
really.
Okay. Here, I'll do two things here. I'm gonna give myself a counter argument and an argument for why it belongs there. The first, because I don't want to be biased, right? The first reason why it belongs here, actually, Buzzle, it aligns with your Dead Space argument earlier today. To come up with a game doesn't mean that you have to innovate it to make it better. Metroid Dread perfected the series, in my opinion. Now, the counter argument, on the other hand, would be, hey, am I pulling a Halo? Am I just saying that this is the brand, right? It's just Metroid, and that's kind of what makes it great. Maybe.
Mhm.
And so, like, I
theming
think
is
that those
huge,
are
though.
two. What was that?
Theming is huge, though.
Well, I mean, okay, like, so if you guys like, it was Ron and you, did anybody else play it?
I am
Chris-
about to, but I haven't.
CRISPR.
Like,
Wait,
what
He didn't play Metroid.
Did you say you're? Oh, sorry, not Metroid. Yeah.
was
I thought we were talking about
the
Gunfire.
was the gameplay like so good? Like, to me, that's one of the most important things. Like, did it feel so good that you think it should take third place over Gunfire? Like, considering movement, like how you.
I mean, I think gameplay is just one aspect, though, right? Because
To me, gameplay is the most important aspect.
See
That is what makes the game the most fun for me. If the gameplay isn't good, then I don't want to play the game.
and
Like,
that's
if
something that I would maybe
like, even
agree
if
with
the
you
game
on.
is extremely beautiful or has like an amazing art style, like, that doesn't matter to me if how my character moves or how I interact with things doesn't feel good.
Like, if we're talking about like smooth gameplay, I feel like the best example of that is like the best feeling gameplay is like Hollow Knight, right? That feels fucking perfect. Metroid is probably like, if you were to put Hollow Knight as a 10, Metroid's probably like a 6.
I was gonna say 7, so I
Yeah.
agree with you. Metroid, and that's a criticism of the game itself. It's that I feel like they put too many mappings onto their controller.
Yeah, there's a lot of buttons to press, and it does get a little bit confusing, but it does iterate in a way that's like, it's not
Metroidvania.
as crazy. Yeah.
You learn the controls as you go,
Yeah.
right?
Because for me, Gunfire
but Gunfire
accomplishes that amazingly.
I was gonna say Gunfire feels like a 9 if I were to compare it to Hollow Knight. Yeah. It does feel really good, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's better.
I mean, that's what makes
That's
a good
what
game
you
good for me.
Yeah.
So, like, if
concede.
both of you agree that
I'll concede.
Gunfire is 4, then I'm perfectly fine conceding.
I concede. Gunfire can.
I
be
think
3.
you're passionate enough about it that I'm okay with either way, to be honest. So I'm
same.
I'm good with.
I think I've been more convinced so far by.
Yeah.
I'm just satisfied because my top 5 are on this list. Period. So
I got one.
I'm a happy boy.
Fucking got Inscription up there, Chase.
Yeah.
Thank God you pressured me to play that and you helped me that
Right?
night, because I actually had it on my list, but it was like 10 or something until
Dude,
that
I was telling you, like,
happened.
you have to play it. You have to play it.
Because holy fuck.
And just wait till you get to the third act.
Yeah.
And then, like, the ending of the third act just fucking blows your mind even more. Like, it's insane.
Oh yeah.
Okay, then now I just want to make one quick comment before we wrap this one up. For the honorable mentions, does it bother anyone else that there's like 6? Like, wouldn't you rather it just be
No,
5?
I
But at
think
the same
that's-
time, I
I
don't
think
want to
it's
remove
fine.
anything because I feel like these are passion. These are passion games.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We loved them.
There you go. That works.
What did you get rid of?
Split gate.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm perfectly
Yeah,
fine
right.
with it.
I mean, if you got rid of one, I'd say you just get rid of
All right.
Valheim.
Shout
since
out
it's
to
not
those
out
2
this year.
guys who made Splitgate. That was better than Halo. Anyway, there you go.
And I was surprised you guys you didn't like Control, because Control is one of my favorite games of all time.
Oh, I love Control. I just thought it got very repetitive.
It kind of did, yeah. But like, to me, like, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of like there's like an online forum called the SCP Foundation or whatever.
Yep.
Oh, I love
And
that.
like, I love that. So like, playing a game that kind of like took that and like
Also,
ran with it like was amazing. Like
Oh,
the
I thought that everything about Control, like story wise and like was amazing. It was just like by the time you got to the end, you'd shot that same enemy so many times. I had to like force myself to get through it just
I
to see the
think
story.
I think I just enjoyed the gameplay enough. Like the movement was crisp, but the way you shoot and like your powers was really cool.
Yeah. Yep. I agree. To be fair, the only reason why that might have been my most regretted purchase that year is probably because it was my only purchase that year.
Oh.
I don't buy games like ever.
I was just gonna say, Buzzle, I'm pretty sure your favorite genre game is Souls-like. You just don't know it yet.
I mean, you're probably not right.
And so gameplay wise, that's actually where I was getting with the theme. Like, there's probably so many games that do Dark Souls better than Dark Souls, but Dark Souls nails the theme so well.
No, I don't think anything does.
Which is funny though, because I am not a fan of the theme.
Oh,
I liked the Surge more than Dark Souls because of the theme.
Yeah, I kind of don't like. That's mainly one of the reasons I don't play Dark Souls because of the theme.
That's the thing that's turned me off of it for a while too.
That's my favorite part about it. That's why I probably like Sekiro less, is just because of the theme.
Oh, I fucking love Sekiro.
Oh, I do too.
It's like it's not necessarily for the theme; it's the gameplay that I love in Sekiro.
Right. Yep. I agree. Like, I'm not saying, saying I don't like Sekiro is like saying I don't like my fourth favorite game of all time. So
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, of all the Dark Souls games, like, the gameplay was really crisp in Sekiro, but the theme was my least favorite part, but it's just because I love the Dark Souls theme so much. I just felt that there was less, like, ungodly monsters in Sekiro than there are in, like, Dark Souls, if that makes sense. And that's the part about Dark Souls I think is so cool. It's just, like, the crazy shit you fight.
Can we talk about how my list is almost the exact same as this? Swapped, like, 2-3 games. Actually, the bottom half is the difference.
Who moderated
the guy
this
with
again?
the guy that was typing everything out got his entire list.
Recount.
I actually did have Gunfire over Metro. I actually didn't remember that. Interesting.
If Elden Ring sucks, I will probably literally cry.
I don't think it will. I mean, based on the gameplay we've already seen.
And the thing is, I don't even want something different. I just want more Dark Souls, but crazy monsters.
I mean, it's basically Dark Souls 4.
We'll see.
It's sad that the number one game is a PS5 game.
I know. A little sad.
Get the shit out of here.
They've been porting shit to PC. Maybe they'll do it someday.
They will, I think, one day.
Yeah.
One day I'll get to play it.
Can we plug God of War PC real quick? Hey, play that, everyone.
Oh yeah, God of War's on PC now. Play it.
Yeah, I just saw that came out.
If you haven't played God of War yet.
I haven't played God of War since PS2.
Yeah, and these are like
and play it.
1,000. This one's 1,000 times better than that.
This was the first God of War that I played.
Yeah.
Was it an Epic?
Qualms as well. No, it's on
actually
Steam.
Yeah, it's on. I thought it was on Epic too.
It's on both. Yeah.
I was just wondering if it was exclusive to Epic.
No.
Because games like that usually are.
No, sir.
Okay.
It's only $50 too.
I gotta hop off.
That's cool.
I'll get it.
All right.
I'll get it when it's on sale eventually.
Podcast later, bye.
See you guys.
Bye.